Yo, we the nation, and we gotta get it poppin', dropping facts over feelings, and you know we're never stopping. To everyone that is rockin', get ready, cause it's CC for life. No matter what's in front of us, y'all know we're ready to fight. ACF a sports junkie, always keeping it funky with that raw and uncut Thursday, Sunday, and Monday. Talk to 'em cause they talk back. People hating while they debating, keep it real wherever their thoughts at. Never walk back and take this real on the channel. Haters can keep the hating pushing if it's too much to handle. If y'all ready for the smoke, drop a flame in the chat. Like Sports Junkie says, talk to us cause you know we talk back. We the nation, and we gotta get it poppin', dropping facts over feelings, and you know we're never stopping. To everyone that is rocking, get ready, cause it's DC for life. No matter what's in front of us, y'all know we're ready to fight. ACF a sports junkie, always keeping it funky with that raw and uncut Thursday, Sunday, and Monday. Talk to them cause they talk back. People hating while they debating, keep it real wherever the thoughts at. Never walk back and take, it's real on this channel. Haters can keep the hating pushing, it's too much to handle. If y'all ready for the smoke, drop a flame in the chat. Like Sports Junkie says, talk to us cause you know we talk back. You know we talk back. Come on. You know we talk back. You know we talk back. Come on. You know we talk back. You know we talk back. Come on. You know we talk back. Feeling angry Cowboys fan and sports junkie straight chillin'. If you want that raw and uncut with them Cowboys facts, put your comment in the chat cause you know we'll talk back. Leave the hating at the door and just chill with the vibe. And if you with it, hit the like button and subscribe. If facts over feeling, this is how it's designed. So buckle up everybody and enjoy the ride.
What's going on, Cowboys Nation? How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing on this beautiful Monday where I am? Well, it's afternoon where you're at too, probably. Unless you're Joe from Italy. What's going on? Shout out to Joe from Italy. But what's going on, Sports Junkie, man? How you doing?
I'm good, man. Same old same. Blessed to be another day, bro.
Yeah, blessed to see another day. That's what I'm talking about. And I hope you guys are blessed to see another day and another live stream with you guys. The Facts Over Feelings. So what's up, everybody in the chat? Marcus, what's up? Anthony, what's going on? Angie is in the building. How you doing? Eddie in the building. What's going on with you? D'Angelo, how you doing? What's going on, Brian? JV B-Boy in the house. The one and only Ron, the Don. What's going on with you? What is going on? LB in the house. What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing on this Monday? Yo, listen. First and foremost, we have a very special guest in the house. Y'all saw the thumbnail. Y'all know what's going down. If you have been following the story, you've been following the hashtag, you know it's about to go down. And like you said, Sports Junkie, I think I'm going to show him a little something just to show, you know, who we working with real quick. So Cowboys Nation, bear with me as I try to share my screen with y'all. Boom. All right, here we go.
Season for the Dallas Cowboys, and fans are feeling it. Many are voicing their frustration, and as Meredith Yeomans shows us, one fan is taking his message to the streets.
It really felt like a lame duck season, so I'm not surprised.
What Cowboys fan isn't frustrated?
I've been that fan.
Possibly now more than ever.
I came here out of passion and love.
Here to the Star in Frisco, where after Sunday's loss, Stefan Gonzalez made a bold move.
May my voice be heard?
Hoping his team will, too.
Fire the GM.
His plain and simple sign.
Fire the GM. Jerry.
Suggests Jerry the owner should fire Jerry the general manager. His hot take?
That's a thumbs up. That's support right there.
Had one driver after another doing double takes.
As people who love and care the Dallas Cowboys and the brand that he built, we just think it's time to let go. Yes, sir. It's time to let go. It's time to let go and let somebody else take over.
A photo of Gonzalez holding his sign has been viewed online nearly 200,000 times, with one comment calling it a movement all of Cowboys Nation can get behind.
And that's where we really get penetration into the front office, into the Star. If we just say it to, casual talk, he's never going to hear it. But this is what we're saying.
During an interview with 105.3 The Fan Tuesday, Jerry Jones responded to fans' claims that he is the one to blame for the Cowboys' problems.
That's very fair. It's well known that no decision is ultimately made there for what I either haven't acquiesced or approved it. That's very fair. How could you think otherwise?
A lifelong Cowboys fan, Gonzalez says he has no plans to defect.
Never. I could never do that.
From what he sees as the most deserving fan base in football.
Hopefully others come and join me.
In Frisco, Meredith Yeomans, NBC5.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. A soldier that is down to ride and bring the cause right to Jerry Jones. We about to bring him in here, the one and only Stefan Gonzalez. Yeah. What's going on with you, bro?
How you doing, guys? Appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Oh, man, we appreciate you being here, bro. Appreciate you being here. But, like the elephant in the room that we got to talk about, I just got to get in your head real quick. I got to get in your brain when it comes to the whole hashtag fire the GM, Jerry. What was you thinking with that whole situation?
Well, honestly, this is something that's been going on for decades, right? Where we've been complaining about Jerry meddling and getting involved with the front, getting involved as far as operations. And we could argue that he doesn't have the greatest expertise when it comes to team building. And that's dating back to the late 80s when he bought the franchise. And really what that sparked with me is his frustration, as a lifelong Cowboys fan, you know, um, we feel that he shouldn't be the general manager anymore. We feel that he shouldn't be in charge of operations. You want to do the marketing, the branding, and all that. That's cool, but running a football team, I don't think that's. I think Cowboy fans, I think our generation is like, you know what? We've never seen this team be great. I've never seen NFC. I've never seen an NFC championship. So, we don't. Why should I look back to the triplets and to the Danny White days and the Roger Staubachs? That's irrelevant to me. So, I think that my generation moving forward is not buying into that. Jerry's a great general manager in the '90s and all that. We're frustrated. So, and I said collectively, I think it's pretty mutual across the board.
It definitely is mutual across the board. Like, the reason why I asked that, excuse me, the reason why I asked that is because you have a lot of fans that will say boycott Jerry Jones, boycott the Jones family. They'll
Mhm.
do that, but won't go to the lengths that you went to, going to the Star with that damn sign and holding it up. I asked because I've never been to a home game, and
Okay.
I've been to away games like MetLife
Yeah.
Stadium and whatnot, but never been to a home game. Is that a
Okay.
place that could just be accessed by anybody, or
No.
do you have? Okay, so
Yeah.
it's like
Mhm.
the corner.
So where I held the sign was actually it's actually at the Star in Frisco.
Mhm.
Um, that area that I'm standing on is actually a public park owned by the city of Frisco. The Cowboys do not own that. So you can go and with your signs, protest. They cannot legally kick you off, because it belongs to the city of Frisco, and you're not really being a disturbance to anybody. So um, you know what? I just kind of looked at him like, hey, you know what? They don't own this part of the field. I can go and do a little protest. And it's funny because the one that took that picture was my 7-year-old daughter. Well, she was 7 at the time. And I
Yeah.
said, you know what? I'm doing this. I don't care. I feel that Cowboy fans in Texas per se are a little more different. We're a little more, I would say, cheese and wine fans. And I'm not,
Mm,
it's no knock to the Cowboy fans that are diehards, but you go to away games, Cowboy games, and the fans are rowdy. And then here in Texas, we're a little more southern, hospitality, laid back, right? But I'm not like that. So I'm gonna go out there with my sign. I'm gonna protest. You would think I'm a Philly fan in Texas,
Yeah, yeah.
by how violent, and how passionate. And I feel that more Cowboy fans should come out there and should protest because what I'm saying isn't what's coming out of me. It's kind of what's coming out of everybody collectively. Is this takes a whole different extreme of fandom to actually go out there with a sign and say, fire the GM Jerry.
Right, right, right. I got like a two-part question for you.
Go ahead.
First of all, salute to you for doing that, man. Because you know,
mhm.
what I mean, I don't even know the way I talk about Jerry. I don't even know if I would have did that. So salute to you for doing that. First of all, you know what I'm saying. Two questions, bro. Did you receive any backlash from doing that? And also, what do you say to the people that say it's not Jerry, it's the players? It's not Jerry, the GM, it's the players.
So to answer your first question, I did actually when I was not the first time because the first time was a picture and I just kind of just played with my kids. The second time when NBC DFW came out to do a little special, the security guards did come out and try to gaslight me a little bit and say, hey, you can't be here. This is on private property, and I'm like, hey man, this belongs to the city of Frisco. I live here. I paid my tax dollars come to this park, so you're not kicking me out of here. But it was already towards the end of our video, so it didn't really bother me too much. So yes, it did irritate the office. It did irritate whoever was in charge of. It did get in there. Is what I'm trying to say. It did get in there. It did piss him off a little bit. Um, and then to answer your second question, how can we look around and say that, let's just go off last year, right? So you got Dak Prescott, who's came off an all-pro season. You got CeeDee Lamb came off of 1,700 yards, right? It's a no-brainer, right? Right. It's a no-brainer to get these guys extended early so we can kind of move forward. Because I do believe that the window's still there. We still have a franchise quarterback for the next 4 years. We got a receiver in his prime. Why aren't we trying to literally go all in, like you said? Going all in. So you say something, you make a promise, and really you're making a promise to sell tickets because to me it's like it's the brand over the operations of the team. And people, if you can look at me and say, "Oh, Jerry Jones is a great general manager," brother, you got to get checked. Like you got to get mentally checked. Something's not right with you, or you trolling because we can look back to like Dak Prescott's rookie year. He was on a rookie contract, $600,000. They didn't add talent. This ain't nothing new. It's just, I mean, if like I said, if you can, what does Jerry do good? That really drafting players, great. Yeah, he drafts players, develops them pretty good, but can never add free agency to create a complementary football team, right? I mean,
Right.
we draft good, we can pass rush, we can't stop the run. We can throw for Dak can throw for 5,000 yards, can't run the ball. It's always something, man. That
Right.
goes in the general manager.
Right.
Right. And I feel like, and I believe a lot of Cowboys fans feel like this. Like once you hit the postseason, you need a run game. Like the teams that have been in those last games, whether it be the championship games or the Super Bowl, had an efficient, dominant run game.
That's what
We,
travels, running the
we haven't
ball and
had
stopping the
that.
run.
We haven't had that since Zeke got his money, and I hate to say it. I hate to say it like that.
And even that, we didn't have a great defense at that time, so we wasn't really balanced like that.
Right, right. And and I think a lot of fans get it misconstrued. Like you had a lot of takeaways. Micah Parsons had a lot of sacks, but that's the glitz and the glamour of the defense. Can you
Yeah,
make a team? Can you make an offense go three and out? You
facts.
know, can you
Mm,
stop the run? And those
That
were things that we just couldn't do.
and you look at it when they're getting sacks at that time, that 21, 22, 23 season. we were playing with a lead, right? So everybody's pinning their ears back. But what happens when teams like Arizona that are run heavy? What happens with teams like San Francisco that are run heavy? The Bills that are run heavy. What did they do to us? They just beat and the Packers in the wild card. I mean, they said you got an edge that's 245 pounds. I'm gonna run at him because he's small. He's undersized. You don't got linebackers because your linebacker's 200 pounds. Marquise Bell. He's a
Right.
safety playing linebacker. So it's just stuff like that, man. Like you can't in the playoffs. Sure, the regular season's cool and all that, but in the playoffs with travels, and I know you guys know this, is running the ball and stopping the run. You can't do that. I mean,
Yeah.
you
Yeah. Do
you
you
know,
ever see a situation where Jerry will fire himself? And because we were live yesterday, and a lot of people asked us if something was to happen to Jerry, and we're not wishing that. Do you see Steven taking over the GM? So is the GM positions forever going to be a Joneses, or do you think it's a situation where the fans can put enough pressure, sound like kind of like what you did, and Jerry will step down and be like a Howie or some of these other GMs out there and try to get talent?
um, so I'll say this, and you guys can feel free to not agree or whatnot, but I think that Jerry is kind of stepped down a little bit. I don't think Jerry. You don't hear Jerry too much on the radio. I mean, he was at the pro combine, didn't speak much. Has been kind of away from the cameras a little bit. Has been a little out of character himself. Stevens at the owner meeting currently in Florida, Jerry's not there.
Hmm.
So Jerry is kind of, stepping behind. I think his son is gradually taking over as it was always planned, right? It was always planned to be that way.
Right.
Um, I do think he does feel the pressure, and we from 105.3 the fan, putting some press on him a little bit to the news reporter pressing him a little bit, and you would see him get out of character from the real nice, jolly owner to kind of being that dictator minded man that he can be. We saw it all throughout the season. So
Right. But
I do think that the message is clear from the fan base because that's what you're selling to is to the fans, and now the fans are not buying into it.
Right.
yeah, yeah. But that clip that Angry just played right now, when you were out there, and the news said they interviewed Jerry about you being out there. If you listen to what Jerry said, he said it's fair because don't nothing happen without me. In that
Mm,
clip, you see what I'm saying? So I always blame Jerry because out of his own mouth he says don't nothing happen without me. So even if
facts.
Steven is taking over a little bit, I still
Yeah.
blame Jerry because it can't go through without Jerry. You see what I'm saying? So I always blame Jerry, man. You know what I mean? So
And that's we have 30 years of reason to blame Jerry from the Jimmy Johnson to hiring all these coaches. We've gone through what 9 coaches since then, and then we had Parcells that was growing a good thing, but he just couldn't stop from meddling off the team, right? So, they had Jason Garrett for 9 years. I mean, just hanging on for what?
right,
You know,
Right.
that's Jerry. That's Jerry. Jerry is the what and I work for the Cowboys and I work for the tour guide in the Cowboys. From what I hear, Jerry's a very, very family oriented person, right? So the people that actually work in the front office love Jerry Jones. They love him. He's a very good person. I don't hear anything negative about him, to be honest with you. I've never heard anything negative. But he seems like he's a very loyal guy, and I think sometimes loyalty can be your downfall a little bit, right?
Hmm.
I think that like holding on to Jason Garrett, yeah, you liked him. He's one of your guys, but he wasn't the greatest coach,
Right.
right,
right?
Right. I guess some people would argue or ask the question: are they holding on to Dak Prescott out of loyalty too long?
I
You know.
mean, I could say that, but at the same time, what pieces are we putting together for, when we traded Amari Cooper, what did we signed James Washington as wide receiver 3 and expected Michael Gallup to come back from ACL to be wide receiver 2. I mean, so it's not Dak's fault. I mean, we could blame him and use him as a scapegoat all we want, but really in reality, I mean, Dak's a good quarterback. You got a quarterback that has shoulder improvement from his rookie year, from footwork to accuracy. Show you he can win, but hey man, I mean I thought the Packers were gonna score 100 points that game.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
That ain't on Dak, brother.
I,
yeah, yeah.
I
We
swear, man, I hadn't sat there and watched the game and just shook my head the entire game, like just bobblehead, like this is some bullshit.
we go back and forth. on my channel, his channel, about our Dak support. You know, people hate it when we don't blame him. But I had another question for you that we kind of talk about backstage a little bit. You just said it right now. You said you worked for the Cowboys, right? You
That's
also said you got fired. Can you go into that? Why did you get fired from the Dallas Cowboys?
right. So before I start that, let me just say this. So I didn't work for the Cowboys because I needed money. I'm an engineer. I work here as an engineer. I went to school for engineering. So I do make a decent living. I wanted to work for the Cowboys because I love the Dallas Cowboys. I wanted to work. I just want to be in the building, man. Just breathe that air. Like, hey, man, look. These are original pictures of the Cowboys in their peak, because that's what I grew up. I didn't grow up seeing it, but I grew up hearing about it, right? The nostalgia, your parents talking about it, and I'm like, I'm actually in the building. I do run across Mike McCarthy sometimes 'cause when you're giving tour guys, you see the coaches, you see the players, you know. So I did see like um the Cooper Beebe. You see these players in the lunch lines, and I think that was cool, man. And the pay is very minimum. I mean, it's like minimum wage. I enjoyed it. I loved it. They hired me. I worked for a month, and it's crazy that after about a month, they called me to the office. They're like, "Hey, we gotta let you go." And I'm like, why? And he's like, well, your social media, you have a little bit of a presence. You're a little negative about Jerry. You post your post can be detrimental to the team, because I had a repost, or I had actually quote tweeted or quote X, whatever you call it,
Yeah.
of the Malik Hooker talking about Micah's podcast. I don't know if you guys remember that Keyshawn Johnson video.
Mhm.
Well, my video that I just cut and snipped went viral, and Micah actually reposted my video and was like, Malik, you're my locker mate. And it's true, because I mean, me that actually go in the lockers, they were locker mates. And I think they just thought that I was like infiltrating information from within the building, and that I was being detrimental. So they let me go. They let me go.
Yeah, I get what you mean about just being in the presence too, because like
Yeah.
I got some friends that, because I go to a lot of horror conventions and stuff, and I
Okay.
got friends that work for those horror conventions, and they get to meet the actors and stuff and get those autographs and stuff. So I've
Yeah.
always been like man, I wonder what it's like, especially like being in the working for the Dallas Cowboys. I've always wondered what is it like,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
Seems
and with
cool.
the whole tour guide situation,
Mhm.
that's funny because you had all the stories, like Dalton Schultz saying the stuff about
Yeah.
the tours and stuff.
Yeah.
How intrusive are those tours? Like how intrusive do people get?
Hey, man, it just depends on what group you get. It just really varies. I would say 80% of the people that do the tour guides are not even from Texas. So you get people that have never been, they're like, they're diehard fans, but they live in Virginia, they live in, Canada, they live somewhere else. So when they come over here to Frisco, they come with the expectation, like, oh, I'm gonna get this tour guide, I'm gonna see a player. And I think honestly, when they do see a player, they go nuts. It is like a zoo. I mean,
Mm.
when we're keeping it real, it is like a zoo. It's like when you go to a zoo and you want to see the tiger, but the tiger's always asleep.
Yeah.
And then when you finally see the tiger wake up, you're like, oh my god! You start banging on the window. Yeah, that's what it's like.
Damn.
It is. That's what it's like. I mean, we keeping it a buck. That's what
Mm.
it's like.
Is it because the big thing was it's a distraction to the players. So do you feel like it's a distraction? Because a couple of players said it was like a
Mhm.
zoo, I think, like you said, right?
Yeah.
So do you feel like it's a distraction to the players?
Okay, so I'm gonna speak like if I was, because I myself played professional baseball. And the way I see it is, if you're an athlete, is your job. I mean, there shouldn't be no distractions. There
Right.
really shouldn't be no distractions. The only distraction, and they don't allow it. They don't allow the fans to go into your team meetings. They don't allow the fans to interrupt while you're watching film. If you're in the weight room, bro, you should be worrying about the weights and what you're trying to, I'm saying, like, if you are trying to push weight, you should be focused solely on weights. It shouldn't matter if the players, because the window is like, it's not a see-through window, right? The players cannot see who's banging on the window. From the
Oh,
inside out, you can't see who's touching the window. You can't see any of that. The
okay.
people from the outside can see in, but you can't see from the in out.
Uh,
So I don't buy it. I just think that Dalton Schultz is mentally weak. That's
mm.
it.
Jerry
Yeah,
put that there and knowing what
Emphasis.
he was getting. Like, yeah,
yeah.
that one way mirror, like, yeah, he knew what he had.
Man, hey, hey, I'll give it to him when it comes to branding, when it comes to marketing, when it comes to making money. I mean, that guy he's a gem. I mean, really, he's shit, man. I gotta give it to him, bro. You gotta give credit where credit's due. But like I said, answering your question, should it be a distraction? Hell no. And if it's a distraction, you don't belong playing for the Cowboys, bro. You don't.
Right, right, right.
It's
I
definitely
get,
like
I
the
get.
biggest brand. So, if you can't take somebody knocking on the window,
Right.
how you gonna take the
Hey, man,
NFC championship,
if you can't deal with playing for the Lakers, Lakers always got star power at the games, right? You got all these celebrities in the front row, and there's a lot of pressure because you want to, you know what I mean? You're in LA, you for the Lakers, big market. Going the Yankees, same thing. I mean, really, when it comes to sports, it's Cowboys, Lakers, and the Yankees.
Yeah, I said that yesterday, man. But you know what though? It's like I don't even think it was the locker room thing or the tour. It was we were losing, bro. Because when we were having those 12-5 seasons, I didn't hear nothing about this. But what happens
Right.
is our overall culture is kind of like it's different. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Jerry
Yeah.
runs a different culture, so we're looked at in a different perspective. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah.
But you're right though. In order to play for the Cowboys, bro, that's why I give Dak a lot of credit, bro, for the criticism he take playing for the Cowboys, bro. He man, listen, bro. I think he's probably the one most criticized, and not just because of the Dak. I mean, the Cowboys quarterback, like you said, the
Yeah.
Cowboys quarterback, the Yankees pitcher. You know what I'm saying? You got LeBron, the Lakers, so
Mhm.
or Kobe before him, Shaq. So it's a cultural thing to me, bro. It
Facts.
ain't
That's facts.
it's a cultural thing to me, man.
That's facts. And
Mhm.
he plays it well too. He does. He plays it well.
Yeah,
Shout
Yeah.
out to him.
yeah, he do.
Now we got my man Dak Delusional. He he said he blames Jerry for the failures. Ask him, does Jerry get credit for the success? And I mean, it's a no brainer. It's a no
Of
brainer.
course.
You could like double that question back. Dak
Hey,
Delusional. You blame all the stuff on Dak.
hey, I
Does he?
would love to call Jerry a great general manager, bro. I would love him to make me eat my words. I got no problem with that. If Jerry wins, I win. If Jerry wins, my team wins. We all win. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on, man.
And I've never understood why it's always the attention through negativity or
Yeah,
the attention through rumors and everything that's going on in the media. If you win, you get media exposure. If you
Facts.
win the Super Bowl, you get the highest,
Facts.
especially the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, granted, yesterday we talked about how short-lived the Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl, after they won, they were talked about for like 2 days and then the cloud of dust. It's
Yeah.
like, man, if the Dallas Cowboys were to win the Super Bowl, you'd be talking about them up until
still, still,
preseason.
Hey,
still.
what's talked about more right now? The Eagles winning the Super Bowl or Dak Prescott getting traded to Cleveland? What's more talked about, right? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Anything
hey,
Cowboys. It ain't just anything. Micah,
anything Cowboys.
they
Anything
make up stories
Cowboys.
that's not true, bro, just to be had the Cowboys in the thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want to ask you a question that I asked yesterday in our live. Do you believe personally that Jerry wants to win? Like based off of the decisions he made, do you personally feel like he really want to win, or is marketing and business money more important? Because he's already rich, bro. Like how much
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Do you think he wants to win? And if so, what's the problem? Why do you think he does the thing he does? Because he tells us the cap and I have to pay Dak, I have to put money aside for my this is what the things he tell us. So what do you think about that?
I think he does want to win. I just think he wants to win his way. He wants to win under his terms. Yeah, I mean, like last time we were winning. It was Jimmy was the one he said, Jimmy, you come over here, I'll take care of the financials, you take care of the team. You run the team, I run the business side of it. And I think that himself doesn't have the expertise to be successful without somebody like a Will McClay, right? Like other heads that come into the building that are football oriented. Jerry's business, bro. Jerry thinks green. Jerry thinks Benjamins first, first and foremost. I mean, that's his career. That's from go. And he did play at Arkansas. Then he went to do selling insurances. Then try buying the Chargers with Jimmy Hoffa's money. I mean, the dude just, he is that guy's an entrepreneur at heart. I wouldn't say he's a general manager, and that's okay. So, now we ever gonna win under Jerry's way? I don't know, bro. I can't even answer that because it just feel like I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. It feels like never gonna win with him.
Yeah, and I feel like the lack of movement in free agency and willingly saying that, you're not a player in free agency. I really feel like that's tying your hand behind your back
Yeah.
and trying to go in there and box with somebody. Like,
Mm.
it's not gonna happen the way it's not gonna turn out the way you think it's gonna turn out. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
it was a 2023 season. I remember we didn't have no linebackers. We cut Devin Harper. Oh, it was that was a Jabril Cox,
Yeah.
Malik Jefferson. I'm like, bro, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't even get Shaq Leonard to come play with us. Nobody want to come play for Dallas
Yeah.
because of the circus that goes around that Jerry creates. Like I said, it's cool. These players don't want to deal with that. That's fine. That's respected. But hey, man, Jerry got to change ways a little bit. You know what I mean? We're not the Cowboys that teams want to go play for
Hey,
because of how it's ran.
do you think it's be more because it's random because Jerry cheap? Because I call Jerry cheap, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Both.
'Cause Jerry don't want to pay, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He don't want to
Both.
pay, bro. He always hit us with this cap. Like we cap. His favorite term is, we got a pie. You know what I mean? We got this pie. And
Yeah.
it's only so much pie to go around and all this BS, bro.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And I think the
Yeah.
fans are kind of like fed up with it. You know what I mean? Like,
I think Jerry tries to explain it to us in 2025 like it's 1995. Like we don't have
Yeah.
access to this stuff at our fingertips.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
There's so many sources, and some of these are leaked out that we all can see everything. Like, there's nothing behind the curtain anymore, right? There's no veil that's kind of blocking us from seeing what's really going on. Like, you got beat reporters now that are on X that are tweeting out everything because they want to break the mold and whatnot. And we have access to seeing all that for free. So yeah, we seen everything.
Yeah.
It's not like the old days, brother. You know what I mean? So yeah, they do gotta change something, man. They gotta change. And you know what? This year, I really do hope that they take a different approach, and I do hope that fire the GM Jerry, really will light a fire up his ass. I really do hope that. Because boy, I'm gonna come harder next year if he don't. I'm
yeah,
coming. Yeah, that's light. That's light.
The
yeah,
thing is,
yeah.
like you had the news station covering it and everything. Like, you were working for the tours and they got rid of you because of your online presence. Was that was that after the fire of the GM or was that before?
That was
That
before, but it
okay.
wasn't. It wasn't the reason why. Like, there was no ill will, right? So to me, it's like, okay, whatever. It cost me more money to go travel to Frisco and do a tour for an hour for, I don't know, $10 an hour.
Hmm.
It cost me money to put money more. It cost me more money to put fuel in my truck. I was doing it because I love doing it. Now, when I went to go do my little protest and whatnot, I did it because I love my team. I didn't do it because they fired me. I don't care about that. I did it because, hey, man, fans are gonna complain. All fans are gonna complain, but take your complaint to the next level and do something about it.
You
It's,
see,
you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody does it. I feel like we're the only fan base that doesn't do stuff like that.
no, for real,
You see
for
Philly
real.
fans lined up at the Nova Care Center with trash cans and signs and whatnot. And I use them, and I'll use the 49ers too, and I'll use everybody does it, but Dallas Cowboy fans.
Too big, bro. I think it's too big. The fan base is too big. Because I remember
Yeah.
Washington did that years ago, but the Washington fan base is not as big. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because like you said earlier, Dallas got fans. Most of the time where Dallas go, they're the home field. Like they have more
Yeah.
fans in the
That's
stadium.
true.
It's too big, especially when they come to Arizona. And I'm in Arizona, and we got more
Yeah.
Dallas fans down there than Cardinal fans here.
That's
You know
true.
what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I don't see how. I just think Jerry is stubborn. He's a prideful man, and I don't think he'll ever give up that title. I just don't
I'll,
see
s-
it.
I'll say this though. I saw people at every away game, home game, with fire the GM Jerry signs, fire Jerry signs. I mean, people are taking it and making their own. I don't care. People are just, they're having fun with it. And
Hmm.
that's like not the kind of fun that I think an owner like Jerry, with the ego he has, I don't think he wants to hear stuff like that. I think when the fan base are saying, "Hey, fire Jerry," it gets to a point where it becomes more like, man, bro, it don't matter if you make $1 billion. It don't matter if you're still a human being. You still got
Mhm.
feelings, what I mean? You still got emotions. And you in your head, you think that fan base loves you because of what this brand you created. Nah, the fan base is telling you, bro, we don't want you to be running the team no more. I think I
Right.
don't care. I mean, if you're the dictator, right? If you're a dictator and your people don't want you as dictator anymore, I mean, what do the dictators do? They smite their people and put them in jail. You got political prisoners. And trust me,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, yeah. It doesn't matter if you got money like that. I think it does. It does put a dent in the ego.
Oh yeah. Like, could you just imagine? Let's say, even if AT&T Stadium is full, Cowboys fans, away fans, whatever.
Mhm.
And when the away team scores, Cowboys fans erupt in "Fire Jerry."
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. You
Oh man,
couldn't
there was a
tell
lot
me
of that.
that wouldn't rock somebody ego. Like,
Hell
damn.
yeah.
You think that'll help Jerry though? Because Jerry like being in the media, bro. No matter
Not like
what,
that though. Not like
not like
Yeah.
that.
that.
Nah, he don't like it like that.
Nah.
I want his son to come out. I don't think his son can handle the pressure. I think Jerry's a little more tough skinned. I don't think Steven's gonna handle it like that. He
Angie kind of asked this question yesterday. Like, do we think Stephen Jones would be anything like his father? Mm,
bro. Hey man, Steven, Charlotte, Jerry Jr. They're not built like that.
oh,
They're spoon fed, brother. They're not like Jerry. Come from, I wouldn't say he come from trenches, but he built something. The kids inherited. It's different.
right,
Yeah,
right,
it is.
right.
It is. It is.
And that's
It is.
that's why I wonder. I mean, unless, like you said, Sports Junkie yesterday, unless he writes something in his will to say like you can't sell any
Mm,
percentages, because we also talked about this yesterday. Teams
mhm.
are selling a percentage of their, 10% of their
Stakes, yeah.
team
Hmm.
in order to field more, flesh out more contracts, guaranteed monies or whatever. But I wonder if Jerry would be that type to be like, nope, y'all ain't selling shit.
Yeah,
this is
yeah,
this is the Jones family Cowboys until everybody in the dirt.
yeah. I said that. I
Yeah, I
said
don't
that.
know.
I said that yesterday. That if Steven was to take full control, I think Steven would have the title GM, but he would hire other people to run, like to, you know what I mean? Because I don't think the GM title is ever going to be outside the Jones family, man. I went as far as to say one time, I didn't want to say nothing crazy, but like a couple weeks ago, I said, man, Jerry need to get caught in some scandal or something. He'll never get rid of the team, bro. He need to get caught in some scandal where he's forced to sell the team, bro. You know what I mean? And I don't be talking
Like
want to
Vince
talk about
McMahon.
something, man.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hey,
Something.
hey,
It don't
Vince McMahon can give up the power. Jerry can give up the power too. And Vince McMahon built the WWE.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He brought it up to what it from territories across the United States to making it a global empire, and he still gave it up because of sex scandals.
Yeah.
something,
Yeah.
man. He needs something, bro. And it don't gotta be
They-
crazy,
they-
like put him in jail or nothing, but just something that you're forced to sell the team, man.
I think age will. I think age will. I mean, like I said, I mean, I don't wish. I don't wish. I mean, we're all gonna get old at some point. I think
Yeah.
he's already there, and I think it's a matter of time.
He can be here 160 sitting in the press box.
It will
looking
be,
at the-
bro.
oh.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, he's still putting salt on the McGriddles and stuff.
Hey, but even the stuff that do come out that could be true or might be true, it just gets skipped over. Jerry just, I don't know if he just get rid of that. Get rid of that story. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause we
Hey,
done heard
brother.
little things come out, man, but it just go away, man. Like it never happened, man. Like
Oh yeah, Jerry Jones has he's got a lot of I think he's got a lot of influence in the league. I think he is behind I think he got more power than Roger Goodell, we're being honest. I think he's the kingpin of all NFL owners in the NFL. And that's why we don't really see things get swept under the rug from like kids to I mean he was recently in a sex scandal.
yeah, I
That's why he
know.
wasn't really doing interviews because I think that he was trying to avoid these questions.
Yeah.
He
This is,
tricked. He tricked
that's what
us.
I was thinking. Like with the combine and everything, and him kind of going dark. Like, yeah, he was skipping out on something. You ain't gonna want to be in front of the cameras if you got that wide open scar, and they're gonna start picking at it.
But
Oh yeah.
he tricked us though, Angry, because the whole fan base was like, "Oh, we freeing up this cap space." Jerry declining interviews and all this stuff. Like Jerry about to change and all this stuff. Man, like a week later, Jerry come out. I don't think we need to go in free agency. You know, we don't got no holes in free. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
Jerry is. I don't know what to say about that.
But that's I think the opposite. So I actually think that it's a lot of smoke and mirrors right now. Usually when Jerry says he's gonna do something, he don't do it. When he says he's not gonna do something, it's like, all right, man, what is he up to? Because there's no way that he can do it. He can go through another season of what we went through last year. I don't think it's not feasible. It's not.
I feel you, man. I feel you, man. If you don't mind, Angry, you want to segue into that real quick? I just kind of wanted to get your opinion on where the Cowboys are now and what do we got to do before the season. What does Jerry, the GM Jerry, have to do to better the team? Or is it just, are we in rebuild? Maybe we're in rebuild, or maybe we're in rebuild.
I just I don't know about a rebuild. Like I think we may be in a remodeling. You know what I'm saying? Because you have the foundational pieces still here.
Right.
Whether Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, Micah Parsons is going to be a foundational piece. Trayvon Diggs is a foundational piece. You have those pieces here. You have those contracts set in place, except for Micah, and everybody else is going to be replaced. You know, we got Oso Digizawa. He's a part of the group now. You know, Kavontae Turpin. He's a part of the group. So I just believe like it's a remodeling. You know, they're going in to try to flip the house, so to speak.
Yeah. What do you think?
Man, I think it's a soft rebuild. I would say a soft rebuild. I wouldn't say all the way because you still got your franchise quarterback. And anytime you got a franchise quarterback, there's a chance.
Yeah.
I mean, really, we have dire needs, but I mean, we're really like a wide receiver away, a D tackle away, maybe another corner, a good running back. I mean,
Back
I
in
wouldn't
it.
even say because even the years that we went far, like the 2016 team, I mean, it was really we had trenches. That was our main thing. We had trenches. Dez wasn't really the Dez Bryant, from the Romo years, and I mean, I wouldn't say we were an offensive firepower. And we had like Cole Beasley. We had like the defense was very mid. The defense wasn't the greatest, and we still, won number one seed. So I just think the NFL's weird, man. The NFL's weird. Sometimes like the best teams in the league are not really the best teams. They don't got like the high profile names and all that. So they just they draft we like Will McClay gotta get serious now, bro. Like I'm not trying to put it all on him, but you ever play Madden and you like joking around and you're getting whooped and you're like, oh, hold on, let me fix my hat real quick. Let me get serious because I need him to lock in, bro. Like I need him to lock in for real because these past three drafts haven't been great. So I'm always gonna say there's a chance because there always is a chance. Especially when you got Micah playing defense, you got CD Lamb. I mean, bro, you got probably the best defensive player in your defense. I would say top. I would say, see, I'm not even trying to be homer here, but I think CD Lamb's the best top two. I would say Jamar Chase is the best receiver in the league, and then CD Lamb. And you got Dak Prescott. I mean, in a good year, he's a top five quarterback, bro. And I don't even say he's top five. I think I go say top three. I've been a Dak hater before, so I only want to hear people saying that, oh, he's delusional. Like, no, like if you go look at it, really, he's a good quarterback, like a really good quarterback.
We take a lot of heat on my channel and his for saying what you just said, man. Like,
Yeah.
we get killed.
So anytime you got those three pieces that a lot of teams do not have, you can build around. That's the thing. We gotta build around that talent, bro. We build around that talent, and we can go far any year.
Yeah, definitely. See, that's what I feel. And Sports Junkie, you hit on it too. You know,
Yeah.
like whenever you have a good team, you don't shy away from that. You don't tell your quarterback you got to do more with less. You build onto that
Facts.
team. You sit there, look at the film, and be like, okay, what did we do wrong? Okay, those plays, get rid of them. We're not running those plays anymore.
Absolutely.
You know, work to your guys is whether offense or defense, work to their strengths. And I don't think Mike McCarthy even did that.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
I don't. I agree with you, brother. Like this is what I've been saying this for like the past couple weeks, bro. You got your money on the offensive side of the ball. You haven't paid Mike yet, but your money on the offense. You pay CD, you pay Dak. So why not put weapons around him and strengthen the offense side of the ball so we can at least put up points? But when I say things like that, we get told, "Oh, you just want to help Dak. You just want to you just want to give Dak weapons." I'm like, bro, what? He's the most important piece on your team. Why would you not try to get weapons around him? But then we get told, well, he had weapons. Jerry gave him weapons before. So it's always you're never gonna win. Like, well, I ain't gonna say win, but you're never gonna get people to understand where I'm coming from when I say that. You know what I mean? Like, because I don't believe you can build both sides of the ball in one offseason. I believe you can strengthen your defense, but I believe you can get your offense to top 5 like it was a few years ago with Kellen Moore and Mike McCarthy. You know, we was top 5, top 1 a couple years in a row, right? So you can get back to that, get a running back, get another receiver. You kind of back in the thick of things, but people don't see it that way. They want to go corner. I heard corner. I've heard first round. I heard
tight end.
Listen, bro. Yeah, I heard it all, man. You know what I'm saying? So what do you think about that, man?
Hey, bro. Let's go back. Okay, let's go back. Who won the Super Bowl last year? Jalen Hurts. Was Jalen Hurts the focal point of that team, or was it like Saquon Barkley, AJ Brown? I mean, I'm gonna say collectively, right? It's
Right.
collectively speaking, not because of players, because he's good. He's a good player.
Right.
Saquon Barkley, Jalen Carter on your defensive side. You got Braun playing like an all-pro. You had AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas got it. Come on, bro. I don't care. I don't want my quarterback to be, hey, do with less. Excuse my language, bro. Come on. Now, I don't want to curse here. Come on, bro. That is idiotic. Do more with less and get to the Super Bowl. Come on, bro. What are we doing here? Like, Patrick Mahomes, he cannot have Travis Kelce, and he can't have Chris Jones because he's got to do more with less. Right? John Elway had what's his name? The running back, Terrell
Davis.
Terrell Davis. And he had Shannon Sharp. He had McCaffrey, Dad McCaffrey. I mean, he got good players. Troy Aikman had Michael Irvin and the greatest running back in history. What are we talking? Tom Brady, bro. What are we talking about? Tom Brady always had the best defenses. Always.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Brady was throwing the ball to Randy Moss, you know, and bro, it was unfair. And Tom Brady had to do more with less. When has Tom Brady ever done more with less?
He had Bill Belichick too.
And then he got one of the greatest and one of the greatest coaches of all time. Patrick Mahomes got Andy Reid. What are we talking about? Like, what are we, bro? What? I don't get it. I don't get it. What are people looking at? Your quarterback has to have a stacked roster, bro. Has to. It has to happen. You cannot, bro. Come on. Lamar Jackson got Mark Andrews. Then he got Derrick Henry, and still can't get to the Super Bowl. What are we talking about? Bro, I don't get it, bro. I don't. You know, and I've been that fan before because I kind of blinded by ignorance. But really, when you look at it, if you're being fair, your quarterback gotta have a stacked roster, bro. He has to. What did Trent Dilfer do? Why? He just participated, bro. He didn't do nothing. I mean, you know what I mean? But like, what was the quarterback from Tampa Bay?
We bring this up every day. We bring this up all the time.
Was it Brad Johnson? Quarterback from Tampa Bay?
Yeah. We bring this all the time, bro.
Oh, bro. Yeah. Yeah, I want Dak to have the best talent in his team, bro. Go get Tyreek Hill. Stack him up.
We say that all the time, bro. We get killed for it though. Like, yeah, I want to have a stacked roster. Why not?
Yeah.
You know, why? I say, why is it okay for all these other teams, even the quarterbacks that people would consider better than Dak, the Josh Allens, they still go out and get Amari. I know Amari is not the Amari of old, but they still trying to better their team and put weapons around their quarterback, right?
Right.
And so you see Cincinnati just signed both their receivers, but when we say that about Dak, it's like, oh, you want him to have an all Madden team.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, right.
Yes, I do. Yes. I want to have an all Madden team. Yes. Come on, bro. Peyton Manning went to the Broncos, had an all Madden team on this team. Russell Wilson had an all Madden team on his team. Come on, man. He had Beast Mode. He had Ken Chancellor, Richard Sherman. I mean, we can go down to all these star power. Brock Purdy. What did Brock Purdy do his rookie year? He had a stacked roster.
Yeah.
right? And he was good enough to manage that team. If Dak Prescott's good enough to manage a really stacked team,
Yeah.
what are we talking about, bro? 2018, that we couldn't when we traded for Amari Cooper, but we were on the way to having a losing season. We'd make a move, get Amari Cooper, bring him help. Then what happens? Then
Take
what?
off. He take off.
That
Yeah.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. So yes, and I don't get the argument. Oh, and it goes both ways too, because we do it with the Jalen Hurts. I don't care. Jalen Hurts. He had a stacked roster. He won. Who cares?
Yeah.
It's all rhetorical. I mean, not rhetorical. Excuse me. It's all these hypothetics are all they're dumb. I want Dak to have a stacked team. I don't want him to do more with less.
Right.
Why?
Right. Like the real fan one, I gotta address this real quick. Says Hertz made plays when he needed to. Why
Yeah.
does he need great stats when his play on the field wins games? See, the real fan, Hertz made the plays when he needed to. I get
Yeah.
that, but why does he need great stats when his play on the field wins games? His whole entire team's play on the field wins games. He is the conductor. A conductor cannot do shit without his orchestra. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? He can't do anything. He can sit up there and wave his arms and nothing happen. So you need your team in order to have those great wins. You know, you could have Jalen Hurts back there with absolutely nobody at his wide receiver two or one spot and see him flounder, or you can be a Howie Roseman and get the man the pieces that he needs. Jerry Jones, for some reason, loves to see his quarterbacks, and I'm not saying exclusively Dak Prescott because he didn't break banks with Tony Romo neither.
Mm-mm.
I think he liked Romo more. I think Romo relationship with him was more personal. Like I think he liked Romo. Like I ain't gonna say like better, but they had a different type. I think Dak looked at Jerry as business. You know what I mean? Like I respect you as the owner, the GM or whatever, but this is business for me. I think Romo looked at him as a different. It was more personal. You know what I mean? Thanksgiving dinners and Christmases and you know what I mean, gifts exchange and you know what I mean, and stuff like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like that. That's how I feel about it. Hey, but hey, I got a question for you though. Do you think that the like a lot of the fans that don't like that, do you believe that Jerry plays a part in that by coming out saying we're gonna go as far as Dak can get us, or we can't we had to pay Dak? Do you think he's like he incentivized them to say these things by the way he treat Dak, like especially in the media?
I mean, it's just like it kind of. I think that him kind of putting things against him, right? Like, and he don't even gotta say it. He does it, right? He don't gotta say that gotta do more with less. He does it. Like, um, he is doing this. He is not bringing him help. He is trading Amari Cooper and then hoping that Michael Gallup can get it figured out. Yeah, you gotta put the blame somewhere. Hey, Dak, I'm gonna give you all this money, but you're gonna get all the blame too. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Hey, I can see right through that facade, man. I can see right through you. I know what you're doing, so I'm gonna defend Dak. I'm gonna defend that. And you know what's crazy? The one who started all this was Cam Newton. This whole game management and kind of what he's the one that kind of sparked that, you know, stats and carrying a team. And I mean, forgive me if I'm wrong. Didn't Cam Newton have like Luke McCaffrey and like was it the linebacker Lucy
Luke
and Josh
Kuechly,
Norman and these guys like didn't he have a stacked roster himself? What are you
that
talking about?
that 15-1 season was
It was stacked.
Was
yeah.
Smith on that team? Was Stephen Smith on that team? I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
They were
Mhm.
stacked. So, and that's where the whole narrative comes in because like that argument brings in a lot of people saying, nah, you see, he's saying this, and then it creates a whole, uh, I guess, a whole debate in people's heads. Your quarterback has to have help, and you know where it starts? It starts with the owner in the front office. You got a quarterback that's a proven quarterback in the league. He's an all-pro. He was thrown to the fire, as a rookie and I mean, if anything tells you he benefited from a good running game, he did.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
said he's the best play action passer in the football. In football. I said that all the time.
I'm gonna go even further. Dak Prescott is the overall best quarterback in football right now, and I'll go even as far to say that. Best footwork, best
Whoa.
accuracy. I'm gonna say all that. Yeah, yeah. Why Patrick
You
Mahomes
about to
got?
you about to
I'll
trigger some
go.
people in the comment
I'll say
section.
it. I'm gonna say it. Dak Prescott is the best quarterback in football. Now it ain't Lamar Jackson because Lamar Jackson can run. That's really what that's what Lamar that's what makes Lamar Jackson different. He can run. Best quarterback, overall quarterback, pocket presence, pocket awareness. He don't got the speed, but he can win you games by being the quarterback.
Yeah, what?
Josh Allen's gonna run with the ball. When things don't go right, he's gonna run with the ball. And he's gonna get yards. That's how he's gonna win. Patrick Mahomes, same thing. Dak Prescott's gonna sit in there. That's what I'm saying. Get this guy receiver that can get open.
I think he done started a whole bunch of stuff now, man.
Hey, I said it, and I'll say it again. Dak Prescott is the best quarterback in football. I'll say it again, and twice on Sunday. Twice on Sunday. And I'm a Dak hater. I was a Dak hater. Dak Prescott is the best quarterback in football, and and trust me, Jerry, go get this man help. Go get it. Patrick Mahomes get to get DeAndre Hopkins and all these talents come in. Juju Smith Schuster, Travis Kelsey. You know, a run game, run stopping defense. Steve Spagnuolo as a DC, consistent defense. Come on,
Yeah.
man, Tyreek Hill. What are we
Yeah.
talking about? Like, what are we? I mean, yeah, he's gonna. Dak is gonna get. Is Dak can win us a Super Bowl right now? It's
See,
all on Jerry.
that's how I feel as well. And I feel like, okay, what was it? It was 21 and 22. Yeah, 21 and 22 slipped us. It definitely did, because we had enough to get to a Super Bowl, but I don't know if we had enough to win it.
What
Um
year are we talking about right now? What year?
the San Francisco games.
Tony Pollard gets hurt. Well, and, not only that, but look at our D line.
And that's
Look at across the line, our D line. The biggest guy is also Digizua. He weighs 270 pounds. Michael
and
Parsons is your edge. Michael Parsons is a perennial 3-4 outside linebacker. He's playing in a 4-3 scheme. Look at all your 4-3 line guys. Small, undersized. That's why they get bullied. That's not on
mhm,
Dak. That's on the front office assembling a team.
right. Right. I mean, I feel the same way about it. If given an opportunity, and one thing that kind of irks me is the whole weapons conversation. Like, Dax had weapons. Like, they talk, people talk about Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks, yes, he was 1,000 yard receiver everywhere he went. Everywhere he went. That's kind of an oxymoron, because it's like, all right, if you're a great player, everywhere you went, it's going to be 1 to 2 teams. This man has been shopped around the league, and we get him in his twilight years, and he's obviously this weapon. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? They'll say Amari Cooper, weapon, not realizing that he became a weapon in Dallas. Like,
Facts.
Dalton Schultz became a weapon
Hey,
in
Cedric
Dallas.
Cedric Wilson was a weapon for us. Went to Miami, did nothing. Why is that?
And I was kind of irked that they got rid of Cedric Wilson too.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
damn,
That's what I'm
man.
saying. Like that's one of his go-to guys.
Hmm.
Come on. The Niner game. It was Tony Pollard gets hurt. Tony Pollard was cooking, bro. I was at that game live. Like Tony Pollard was cooking. Like he was eating that defense up. He was creating a balance in that team. He gets hurt. Zeke could not get nothing, bro. Zeke wasn't doing nothing. And then who you throwing to? They bracket CD Lamb. Then who's your next target? T.Y. Hilton? Come on, bro. What we talking about
Yeah.
here? You know what I'm saying? Like in 2018, we score. Amari Cooper scores. We could not stop C.J. Anderson. We could not stop Todd Gurley. That could have thrown for 1,000 yards that game. We were not going to stop them, bro. They had time. They had possession of the ball all the time, and they were scoring at will. They were controlling the ball. That defense could not get it done. Sometimes the quarterback doesn't have to be great. Jalen Hurts wasn't great getting to Super Bowl. He
No.
threw for like 100 yards against the Packers and like 100 yards against the Rams. The one that killed them was Saquon Barkley. But yeah,
Yeah.
we talking about Jalen Hurts in the top 5, top 10 quarterbacks. People don't care about stats. People care about rings, bro.
Hmm.
That's what it matters. At the end of the day, it's what matters. And we got a quarterback that can win.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't get it. I myself, I fall victim to like the media sometimes, and I think the media is very good at pushing a narrative that doesn't exist. Because it's the Cowboys, we're gonna create something. I mean, bro, you got people calling Dak Prescott ass on national television,
Right.
like, and they're okay with it. I don't see nobody calling Lamar Jackson ass, Josh Allen ass, Patrick Mahomes ass. I don't hear anybody say Jalen Hurts is ass. But I'm saying, and I'm not saying it because they play good or bad, but from a personal, that's a personal attack. You personally attack. You're saying somebody's ass, bro. Like he's the only guy that goes through all that and has to overcome having a front office that don't care about giving him the help when he's proven and he's your highest paid player. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
That's why I go out with my sign. I say fire the GM Jerry.
Right.
That's why.
I appreciate it, bro. I do, man. I appreciate it, man. Because
Twice I'll do it again. I'll happily do it again, bro. I'll happy.
I
Don't
hope
make
he
a move this offseason. You'll see. I'll be out there again.
I hope he do something, bro. Because I don't feel like we far off, bro.
We
I
not.
don't.
See,
Yeah, and then Angie's right. Angie's right. Angie's saying Jerry pays people late, man. He does.
yeah.
We paid Dak Prescott. He made him the high. You know what's crazy, bro? It's just so funny. This man really said that no one can. Brother was flexing. 10 minutes before kickoff, he made a post saying, "No one can come in here and do this job better than I can. You just signed your player 10 minutes before the game. They didn't bring talent in because you was using him as an excuse."
And people
And
eat
then,
it up. People eat it up. That's the thing that
oh my God, they eat it. Oh man, and you know what's crazy? We're fans, right? We're fans, but we're real fans, like in the sense that we know when things are right and wrong. We know when our team is not built to win because the front is not trying to build them to win. And we're the ones that get attacked. Oh, you're a Cowboys fan. You think you're delusional. You think you're gonna be. You think you're always gonna win. Like, nah, we don't think that. But we carry the stigma of the owner that says that stuff.
yeah. Yeah. I've heard so many times like, "Oh, y'all say it's our year every year." I'm like, "Who is y'all? I don't say that shit. Who's
Yeah, me,
y'all?"
neither- me
Talking
neither,
about.
man. Stephen A. started that, man. Stephen A. Smith started that, man. That narrative.
And Stephen A. Smith, he that contract he got with ESPN, he can thank the Dallas Cowboys for that contract because that's what makes him relevant.
Right.
And the LeBron hate now because he gotta do something that's off that is an entertainment thing, right? To make himself relevant. Because really, when it comes to being an analyst, he's not an analyst. He don't break down film. He don't break down the game. He don't do it. He's just a personality. He hates he. I think he really loves the Cowboys. I think he really is a Cowboys fan. I think all that's a front. He's a LeBron hater and a Cowboy hater.
Hmm.
I got you, man. I agree, man. I just hope we change. It's hard being a Cowboy fan, brother. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not to the point where I feel like we're in a total rebuild. I feel like Jerry can change this all the way around right now, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was a hashtag Keenan Allen going around. I don't know if you behind the Keenan Allen, bringing in Keenan Allen and bringing somebody from the draft. Because we can change this around quick, bro. I don't feel
Right.
like we took 3 years away. You know what I mean? Now, some fans feel like we just get rid of that and we'll be better. You know what I mean? Just ride it out with whoever and then 3 years a draft another quarterback. You know what I'm saying? I'm not there.
You know
yet.
what?
Yeah.
I'll tell you this. That 2022 season was probably Dak's worst season. Um, and then what does he do? He says, I'm gonna play into what you all are saying. I'm gonna I'm not gonna throw for more than 10 interceptions this year. Hey, he didn't lie.
Lead
He
him
didn't
up.
throw for the hey, he should have won MVP that season. He didn't throw. He did exactly what he said he was gonna do, and that's why I believe that he is the best quarterback today in football. Because someone that can say stuff like that with all the pressure that's on him, there's nobody has more pressure on them than that player,
I
that
agree with you.
man,
I agree with you on that. Just
and
being
and he can do nothing right. That's the thing. He'll never win. There's always something wrong. No, it's not fair. Nobody else has that kind of pressure, and he still got to go out and deliver. And he did deliver that season.
Yeah.
Chad, let me know.
CJ
Is
need
Dak
to-
Prescott the best quarterback in the NFL? Let me hear it.
Craig, you about to get chewed up, bro. You asking me like that, man. You about to get
I
chewed
want to.
up.
I want to hear y'all. I want to hear y'all.
I can't just see. I can't jump on that one. I can't jump on that.
I won't
one.
say he's the best in football.
He ain't
Now,
the
I would
best.
agree
I
he's
give
the
him
most
top
pressure.
10.
He has the most pressure in football. You know what I'm saying? I agree with that, but I'm not gonna say he's the best because when you say he's the best quarterback, that means you would take him over every quarterback in the NFL. When you that's how I look
Okay,
at it.
so I'll
I
tell you
would
this.
take him over every.
I want to
quarterback.
see when we go hypotheticals. What's Patrick Mahomes without Andy Reid? Right? The play calling without the play calling was what's Patrick Mahomes without Travis Kelsey? Right?
Don't
Patrick
know.
Mahomes without a defense that don't allow more than 30 points in playoff games. Right?
Yeah,
I mean, facts is facts, bro. And sometimes it's not popular facts, but I mean, sometimes you got to use hypothetical and use a little bit of critical thinking. And I mean, I get it. He is a great quarterback. I mean, he's from Texas, bro. He got, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to, I'm just kidding. But he is a great quarterback. But like a lot of these quarterbacks, a lot of them are, benefit from their rosters, benefit from their coaching, and that's okay. I think Dak Prescott doesn't benefit from anything. It just benefits from him having to go out there and do the impossible.
no, I agree with
Yeah.
you. Yeah, I agree with you there. I just don't think he's the best quarterback in football. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I wouldn't take the most pressured, most under pressure quarterback in football. Yes, I would agree with you that. But I believe that he's good enough to win a Super Bowl, given the right pieces put around him. Because I don't believe Patrick Mahomes would have. Now, don't get me wrong. I believe Patrick Mahomes is a great quarterback, but I don't think if you put Patrick Mahomes in Dak's situation, I don't think he goes and wins these Super Bowls. If you give him Dak what he had last year, I don't think he goes and wins. You know what I mean?
Do you think?
That's not me talking about Patrick Mahomes because I just said he's a great quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think that Patrick Mahomes wins the Super Bowl with that 2018 defense? I mean, really? The stuff that's out of your control.
Yeah.
The stuff that's out of your control. I mean, it's not. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like that Niners defense was nice. And okay, let's put it. Patrick Mahomes played that Niner defense. They did play that year. They beat the Niners that year. They didn't play. I think Jimmy Garoppolo was a quarterback, right? But without a defense that didn't stop the run, Patrick Mahomes can't go out there and put up 35 points with just CeeDee Lamb and they're bracketing him. And not only that, but you got Fred Warner helping Travarius Ward. And you know what I'm saying? And who you throwing, T.Y. Hilton? I want to see Patrick Mahomes try to win with T.Y. Hilton out there. Come on, man. And to hurt Michael Gallup. Come on.
Speaking of which, that T.Y. Hilton throw kind of negates your talk there, Kid Cowboy. This quarterback doesn't throw deep balls. That pass to T.Y. Hilton was a 30-yard bomb.
And that was a 61 air yards in that throw.
So, I couldn't believe he came down with that.
Now, I wouldn't say that Dak is the, overall, like, the best arm talent, the strongest arm. But I think when it comes down to doing things with less, I think he is. I don't know a quarterback out there doing more with less the way he is. I don't know. I mean, we got CeeDee Lamb, yeah, but CeeDee Lamb don't put up those yards with Cooper Rush.
Yeah, we actually got people in our chat that said Cooper Rush is better than that. So
they gotta go see a therapist. They gotta go seek help. If they got insurance, go use your insurance. Mental health is a real thing, bro. If you saying stuff like that, you gotta go get checked today, please.
Like,
and I say that with love. I say that with love in all fun games.
We understand.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes 27 touchdowns, 15 interceptions last season, not talked about, but the mentor he has carried. Casey, exactly. Facts, as Gregory Williams. That is true. Exactly. And we're not talking about that. And we still putting him as the greatest quarterback because he gets to the Super Bowl. And it's a team effort to get there.
Do you remember the last Super Bowl he won? He was behind. The defense won. That's his last Super Bowl he won. He was behind. He came back. You remember that, right? He came back. The defense put up. We had this discussion yesterday. I think it was yesterday, the day before. We named the quarterbacks like Eli Manning. You know what I mean? He went from a wild card to the Super Bowl, but his defensive line was elite. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least for that game. You know what I'm saying? So I believe you put pieces around this man, he get it done. But what happens with Dak you can put pieces around him, and if he don't win the Super Bowl, they take him away. And the fan base like, well, they put pieces around him, they didn't win. And I always tell them, bro, 31 quarterbacks not gonna win. You know what I'm saying? Like it's 32 teams, bro. Like everybody, some elite quarterbacks, Hall of Famers will never win a Super Bowl. I don't care how talented they are. They didn't have a
Hey
team to get
man,
up.
did Peyton Manning benefit from like Dallas Clark and like what's his name, the running back,
Edwin James.
uh, Edgerrin James, and these talents? Did he not benefit from players like that? Like, and a good defense too. I mean, like I said, like, did Brent Johnson not benefit from the team he had?
Yeah.
Trent
Look at
Dilfer.
the quarterback that retired for Indy. He's supposed to be elite. Can never get it. It was that Andrew Luck. Was
Yeah,
it Luck? He was supposed to be an
exactly.
all-time elite quarterback. Could never get it done. But I
And
don't think.
Carson Wentz,
I think it's because he
Carson,
didn't have the pieces around him.
that Eagles team was so good they won a Super Bowl with their backup quarterback.
Nick Foles.
And so
That's what I'm saying.
what gets me is that there's like within the fan base there's a team Dak and a team not Dak.
Mhm.
I thought it was the Dallas Cowboys. I
When
thought it was about winning, actually the entire team winning, getting to a championship, hoisting the Lombardi.
Yeah.
Like I have never seen Cowboys Nation as divided as it has been for probably the past, I'll say, 3 years. And it's like, man, this is crazy. Especially being a part of a team I've played football in the past,
Mhm.
and when your quarterback is not doing that well, so get rid of him, bench him, blah blah blah. You pick him up, don't you? You like, yo, man, you can get this, but it just seems like a certain sect of the fan base is like, I want him to do bad, and when he does bad, I'm gonna say, "Ha ha! See, I was right." I just don't get it. I don't get it.
Who do you guys consider the greatest Cowboy quarterback of all time? I mean, stats wise, win wise, and all that. I
well,
think
we
it's
going
pretty
stats, it's
evident,
gonna be
right?
that. It's gonna be if you're going
Okay,
stats.
okay. I'm sorry. It's not. I mean, wins,
Wins. I
Super
mean,
Bowl appearances, wins, NFC
I
Championship games.
I'm biased because I'm a '90s Cowboys fan, so I'm biased with the
But
whole.
overall, historically speaking,
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm biased. I lived through that era, so I'm like, Troy
Troy,
Aikman's my quarterback. You know what
Troy.
I'm saying?
Yeah, I didn't see the
Um,
day, right? So I would probably go Troy too.
so I would say it was Roger Staubach, and he went to 5 Super Bowls. Basically dominated the whole '70s. But who do you got? He had Bullet Bob Hayes, and he had Tony Dorsett, and he had the Doomsday defense. Drew
dude,
Pearson, was it Alvin Hill or Calvin Hill? He had talent, man. On his team. Those were stacked teams. The Steelers were stacked teams too. Steel Curtain, they were a stacked team. The Vikings also, they went to like, they were the purple eating people. They were a whole stacked team. Their defense was stacked. Every team in the NFL benefit from a team that's stacked. And you got a quarterback that can win, you got to stack the team. And Troy
Right.
Aikman too. Going to talk about the '90s, he got the greatest running back of all time on his team. He got a Hall of Famer and a wide receiver too, and another one. Alvin Harper was pretty good too.
Yeah, and maybe the one of the best or top 5 offensive lines of all time.
And defensive line too. They got Charles Haley, and then they had Russell Maryland. They had Ken Norton Jr. They had Charles Woodson. I mean, later on they got Deion Sanders.
yeah,
So when it comes down to it, no quarterback in the NFL can do things alone, and I think that the pressure that Dak has isn't fair. It
yeah,
isn't fair, and it's not his fault. It's not our fault, fan base. It's the front office fault for not putting things in collectively doing things correct. So your quarterback can go out there and win you games, and not only him win you games, but your defense can go out there and win you games. And that's why fire the GM Jerry exists, because we see right through it. I know at least. I hope that others continue doing it. If you guys ever come down to Dallas and you guys want to do it and join me, we'll go together. You know what I mean? We'll do it together, and I'll get NBC News out there. So you guys just tell me it's
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
happen.
yeah, man. Hey,
We need to continue this.
yeah, hey, I
Yeah.
got one more. I got one more thing I want to say. Yesterday, I told somebody, I asked him, I said, "Do you consider Matthew Stafford a better quarterback than Dak Prescott?" They obviously
Mhm.
said yes, right? So then I said, Matthew Stafford had Megatron. Why he didn't win? But the moment he goes over to the Rams with a stacked deck, they go right to the Super Bowl and win.
Hey, Tom Brady couldn't win it. He couldn't win anymore in New England, right? I don't think they make the playoffs his final year in New England. What did he do?
No,
He
I
went
think,
to
I think we beat him. I think we beat him. His final was that? Oh
no,
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 we
no. I'm
beat.
saying, but before he went to Tampa Bay, I think his final year in New England,
Okay,
he didn't
okay,
win the Super Bowl. I don't think
right,
he made the playoffs.
right,
And then he goes to Tampa Bay with a stacked team, took
yeah.
Gronkowski with him, brought Antonio Brown with him. That defense was stacked. They won Super Bowl. Tell me how, bro. Come on now. You got Mike Evans. Oh, come on, bro. Come on, man. There really isn't a quarterback out there that's gonna do it on his own. I mean, Josh Allen, and all, you could say, oh, he does it on his own. He puts him in his bag. He hasn't got the Super Bowl yet, so he's in the same conversation. So why are we comparing Dak with these guys? They don't win either.
I agree.
Now,
Who's the
now
second
Nate
ranked?
Dog.
Well, you got your
Bro.
timeline all discombobulated though.
Now Nate Dog. Come on now.
He
You
said
got
Randall Cobb.
you got to regulate this whole
Yo, my brother
comment,
got.
dog.
He's not even in chronological order, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Hey,
yo, he done put everybody from 2016 to 2023 on the damn team at once. Bro, oh my God.
he even said
You
best kicker.
can't do that.
He even
Hey,
said
he
best,
didn't add Jay Novacek in there. I don't know why.
yeah, he said best kicker too, man. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
he said, and Randall Cobb and Cavante Tupper in the same sentence,
Damn.
and he put Trevon Diggs in there and Deron Bland.
Yeah,
I
man.
just
Hey,
want
that man, he's the most hated quarterback, you know.
That's what I'm
And I,
saying. And the crazy part, I bet he's a Cowboys fan.
yeah, yeah. And you know, I tell people, man, I be like, look, this is what me and Angry always say. Okay, cool. You don't like Dak. If Dak was a free agent, then I understand y'all saying get him out of here, right? But he signed already. So now that he's signed and he ain't going nowhere, now what? Like what you gonna
Exactly.
what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like you just gonna keep like what? You still gonna watch the game on Sunday. So what? You just gonna be wishing he fought and failed? Like what are you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
And that's why I'm so looking. I'm like looking forward to the draft just as much as you guys are because the first round's going to tell me a lot of what this team wants to do moving forward, right? If they go get a receiver, okay, you know what? Um, yeah, we're going to invest this premium pick on a receiver or running back, and I think that's really gonna show me exactly what they think of their quarterback. I don't think they're going to use free agency. I mean, not for a premium pick, not from a premium receiver, but.
But they say they're not done. Didn't Steven say he's not done yesterday? Or
he,
they
Yeah.
he
he
said he's not
did.
done for agency. He said he
I'm
got
not
some,
hopeful. Like I'm not gonna put all my marbles in that, but I'm definitely gonna, when it comes to the draft and how they do evaluate players really well. Um, uh, I do think that they're just really just a running back offensively, running back or another receiver, honestly. And or if they really want to do it, they want to listen to me. They go get Tyler Warren from Penn State. They'll get that tight end. They can do it all, but that's neither
See,
here or there.
tight
And y'all can see
end
the
at
Penn State, the
one.
Penn. Yeah. Oh, he's a gamer. I'm telling you, that guy would instant upgrade. Does everything. 12 personnel, 22 personnel, 23 personnel. Block, can run the ball. He can do it all. He's a 1,200-yard receiving tight end, just like Brock Bowers was with the Raiders. I think that Tyler Warren would be like that for us offensively. But if Tet's there, cool. Matthew Golden, cool. I like it. Bring
yeah.
him on, man. We coming.
I said first. I said skill positions first 2 rounds, man. You know what I'm saying? I say make your defense even kill and try to make your,
Yeah,
your offense elite, bro.
and I'm
And
cool with that too.
you know what I mean? That's how I'm at with it, bro. That's where I'm
Yeah.
at, man.
D'Angelo
Now,
Brown, appreciate you for that dollar super chat, bro. Thanks for the support. Day one right there. D'Angelo Brown, always be
out to
supporting the
him.
channel.
Yeah, I
What do you
appreciate
what are you guys what are you guys thinking for first round? You guys have a player in particular you're looking at? Is there a pet cat you guys have?
You you know, me. I mean, all
What are you
right,
thinking, Angry? What are you thinking?
all right. So, like, if Tech can fall to 12, because I just did a
Yeah, yeah.
video on the whole Tech McMillan
Right.
and I don't watch film and stuff like that. Like, please, all the other teams take that and run with it. Oh, we don't want him on the team. He don't want to watch film. No, 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 no. Go ahead. Y'all think that way. So we can get him. I want either Ted McMillan, and if Tet's off the board and Ashton Genty is there, I want Ashton Genty in the first round with Savion Williams in the third round.
Maybe I'm willing. Okay.
Yeah,
But
I'm going,
sports junkie, what do you think?
bro. I don't really have because I don't think it's the name because people say Genty and Ted and all that. I would love either one of them, bro. I just want a elite. It don't matter, bro. Elite talent in the first 2 rounds, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really stuck on a specific name. I'm stuck on what we need. CeeDee Lamb needs another receiver to take pressure off him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Dak is the best to me. Now, I'm not going to say Dak the best quarterback in the league, but to me, Dak is the best play action quarterback in the league, including all the other ones, bro. When he has a run game, you know what I'm saying? And he's coming off an injury too, right? So
Right.
get that man a run game, bro. I don't believe our offensive line is as bad as people making it to be. We had rookies on the offensive line. Tyler Guyton, he got hurt. You know what I'm saying? Rico Dowdle ran for 1,000 yards. We didn't even put emphasis on the run game. So I think just shore that up, but we don't need to go first round O-line. Like we always
Yeah.
like, come on, bro. We don't got to do that. Skill positions, first 2 rounds, I'll take a Tech. You know what I'm saying? I would love that. You know what I'm saying? But then when he came out and said he don't like football or study film or something like that, that drew a major theme. But then I heard that was in 20, like that was
Hey,
years ago. You know what I'm saying?
I never watched film growing up. I never watched film. I
You know what I'm
played,
saying?
yeah.
Dude,
If you play sports growing up, you a young teenage kid, you don't watch film, bro. Nobody.
hey,
We hated watching film. Film is not fun. Film is fun now that we're older, and what I mean, we appreciate the nuances of the game from differently from these kids do. It's what I mean. So nah, bro. You can keep that. I'm not. People can run with that all they want. I don't care. I like that he said he don't watch film. I like it. That's
Right.
cool. He's nice. If he didn't watch film, he wouldn't go from 700 yards to 1,100 yards to 1,400 yards in a 3-year span.
And all pros don't do. They just don't say it. Remember a couple years, I told Angry a couple years ago. Remember the quarterback in Arizona,
Oh, Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray. Remember he came out. They almost put that in his contract. He got
Oh
to
yeah,
watch
but that's
film.
different. He's a quarterback. When
I
you're a
know, but
quarterback,
I'm
you gotta
saying,
watch. You gotta watch film when you're the
no,
quarterback.
what
But
I'm
a
saying
receiver,
is,
not as much.
no, but what I'm saying is a lot of these players think that they just don't say it. Remember a quarterback years ago came out in Dallas and said, "Oh, we don't run hard every play." It was the wrong thing to say, but I'm pretty sure a lot of players
thought
they
that.
think
Yeah,
that.
I
Who
feel
was
you.
that?
That's right.
Because
Who was it? Who was it that came out and said that?
I can't even remember. I know who you talk.
Yeah.
Was it Cheetah? Was it Cheeto? Was it Cheetah Bay? Awuzie?
What
Was
was
it?
that?
I'd have to look. I'd have to look at it. But this isn't the first time if players said that. Like, why did Aaron Donald? Why did he retire? He was tired of the grind. He was tired of getting up, going and working out. He was tired of going and watching film. This is why he retired. So it's
Yeah.
like it's not something that we can say, oh man, this is a deal breaker. He don't like to watch film. I can see if this was a guy that loved to watch film but didn't have any hands. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't care what anybody says, you can't teach hands. Like you cannot teach. If you got bricks, you can't catch. That's why you're a cornerback.
Right. I mean, I don't think, and watching film doesn't really define you as a more of an expert to the game because, I mean, look at more analysts today. Most of them were recent players. I mean, they got bad takes and they watch film. They understand the nuances of the game, and their nuances are all over the place. So
And with the fact of him saying that he doesn't like watching film, this was during his rookie season
yeah,
at
freshman
Arizona.
freshman year.
So yeah, his freshman year, yeah. So him coming into the league, even if he's at a point where he's like, okay, I can stand to watch it a little bit. You get in there with these wide receiver coaches, these NFL coaches, and they gonna make you love your job. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like these millions is gonna make you love watching film. I know for me, at least, I'd be like, shoot, what time we watching film? What do I got to take home?
And
But
since we're Cowboy fans, did you see that? I'm gonna share the video with you whenever I can find it. When Jimmy Johnson was talking about the privileges of each player, right? There was like a player that would fall asleep during film session, and he would tell him, "Hey, get up, get out of here, leave." And they asked him, "What would you do if Troy Aikman fell asleep during film?" And he says, "I would go to Troy Aikman and tell him to wake up." So what I'm
That's,
saying is, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're good, I
yeah.
mean, if you don't watch film and you're still productive, who cares? But if you trash, you're not watching film, then yeah, buddy, you want you know what I'm saying?
definitely. Yeah, Angie with the $5 super chat. She says, "Angry. Tell Junkie to change his name to the Dark Hate Chat channel.
The Dak hate
The
channel.
Dak Hate Chat channel. My bad. The
uh,
the
Man,
Dak Hate.
they be in my chat going crazy about Dak, bro. But I don't like to silence nobody, bro. I let them have their own opinion, bro. You know what I mean? It ain't gonna change my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I don't be trying to sense. As long as they be respectful, bro, they call Dak whatever.
yeah.
I don't really
It's
care,
all
bro.
on your channel."
Yeah, it's
Well,
all
I
on
would
my,
say
it's all
I
on my
would
channel.
say do not sleep on the Penn State tight end for this draft. I think he is seriously considered in this draft, and I'm okay with it because every great quarterback benefits from a great tight end.
Oh,
Every.
Tyler
Right.
Warren.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's nice.
I watched.
He is nice.
Yeah, I watched some film that
Big
Jay
boy.
Tuck put out. Shout out to Jay Tuck.
What do you
Um,
go ahead, Andy,
he
my
looked
bad.
he looked really good. Like using him as a tight end. He's a blocking tight end. He also you could use him in
Wildcat.
the slot. Nice receiver. Yeah. He would definitely. He's a notch. He's a reliable Jason Witten, but more athletic with more
Yeah.
speed.
Yeah. He's like a
So
Gronkowski size. Well, Gronkowski size, but agile.
yeah. See, the more I hear about Tyler Warren, the
He's
more
fun. He's a lot
I
of
can
fun.
get behind it
He's definitely a lot
because
of fun to watch. Yeah, I think that's the best receiving weapon that the Cowboys could go. And I'm saying like this from like off the jump, like he'd be NFL ready.
ah, I,
NFL
mm,
ready.
I hope so.
And I'll say because I don't think the NFL really benefits from like a true X. There's not a lot of true X's out there anymore. Doesn't really exist. They got to move into the slot. They got to, there's a lot of motions now in the game. It's changed. It's not the same. The trend is different now. So, that's why the whole tech being solely a slot guy, I mean, an X guy, I don't know if it's still something we benefit in today's game.
Yeah, go ahead, Junk. My bad.
I wasn't gonna say nothing. I said, man, I agree with everything y'all saying, man. I just want to have a good. I just want them because somebody in the chat said if they go out and get Dak, a running back, a wide receiver, a tight end, what we gonna say? Just give it to him. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what everybody else doing. Why do you have to try to prove a point? You know what I mean? That's what the league. You have to have talent to win. You know what I'm
Nothing's
saying?
guaranteed, brother. Nothing's guaranteed in the league, man. The
Right.
Patriots win 17-0 just to lose to Eli Manning and a team that just got into twice, not just once, twice. They got into a team that barely made the wild card and lost to them. So nothing's guaranteed, and all we can look forward to is just give this guy the best chance to get into the playoffs. Whatever happens in the playoffs, then so be it. But let's get there first.
See, and that's the thing. Like, there's a lot of people, 2-5 in the playoffs, 2-5 in the playoffs. Like, how many? I try to look at that as how many chances have we been able to get to the dance? You know what I'm saying? To get to the playoffs, you got that was 7 times, 7 times. Like, I remember times where we were missing the playoffs 2 and 3 years in a row, not getting that chance. And I just
Yeah.
and another thing I just don't get is the fact that like y'all say, everybody else they can have their weapons and stuff like that. Why does Cowboy fans want the Dallas Cowboys to win with the bare minimum?
I
Like,
don't know
I
because
don't
historically
understand that.
speaking, it's never been a part of our culture. So I don't know. I don't know. I mean, Tregman never had a non-stock roster, and when he did, they weren't good. When they
Right.
had Rocket Ismail and these guys, and they didn't have Michael Irvin no more. They weren't benefiting off the talent, so they weren't productive. He didn't win playoff games. Danny White
Yeah.
too. Danny White had a stacked roster, couldn't win. Got to all these NFC championships, couldn't win. You're not guaranteed Super Bowls. You're not guaranteed any of that. Just enjoy it. If you enjoy it, man, enjoy every Sunday. And if your team's good, enjoy it, man. Don't
See,
put in the pressure on yourself, not even on the team, but on yourself. that they got to get to Super Bowl because they got another additional piece to the puzzle. It's not healthy, man. Not healthy for nobody's well-being.
Right.
Nobody's.
I agree with you. But do you think the Dallas Cowboys make the playoffs this season?
I mean, the draft's gonna tell me a lot, and free agency, man. I mean, we could have this conversation again in August, and I can tell y'all more or less. But as we speak today, I would say no, because
Okay.
nothing's really been made to really move the needle like that.
Okay.
I mean, we still don't have a number two. We still don't have really. We have a tight end that can't play the whole season. So we don't got a running back. We don't got D tackles like that. I mean, linebacker is making some depth pieces, but a lot of holes, man. And today, speaking, I say nah. I say today I will say today we're picking for Arch Manning next year.
We
Let's see
picking
how
for
things.
Arch.
Let's see how things get. Let's see how things flow. I think during the draft, let's see some moves they make, and then we can touch back and say, yeah, I think they're gonna be okay. But right now, man, right now it's yeah.
See, that's exactly what I think because when people were doing we had did grades on the off-season moves and everything and people were at C or at
Hmm.
D and things like that. We can't have playoff aspirations if we haven't even moved the needle yet from
Exactly.
last year.
And
So,
we don't got a team. We don't got 53-man roster right now.
you
Way
know,
too early. It's way too early to know. So that's all I'll say. Enjoy it. Enjoy every little process of it. Because trust me, it's if you're not gonna enjoy it, you're gonna be Mr. Debbie Downer, and you guys better be at the start processing too.
that
Right.
right,
I agree.
right.
You know what I'm saying? All right, you mad? Go show the world you mad. Don't just say it on Instagram or on Twitter or on X or Facebook. Go be about it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
So
gentlemen, with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and end this episode because y'all know how it is when Law Nation goes live. We tend to get drained.
mm, it's all right.
Law Nation done went live. I done seen people in the chat talking about, "Hey, Law's live. All right, I'll holler."
Hey
so,
man. Well, it's
so
good. We
hey,
got good content over here as well.
yes, we got dope content over here. We got dope content over here, but we always support
Of
our
course.
our brothers and our
Brethrens. Our
sisters in this
brethrens.
Cowboys content creation space. But yo, Step, it was dope to have you on,
Yeah.
bro. You got to come on more. You know what I'm saying? You got that Dallas
Appreciate it.
Cowboys expertise that we like over here. So
Yeah.
please, if you can make yourself available at any
Yeah.
point, let me know, man.
Just send the invite, brother, and I'll be here. Appreciate it. Thank you guys for having me. It was nice meeting y'all. And y'all be blessed, man.
Thank
And
Appreciate
you.
it.
real quick, before you get up out of here, you want people to know where you at as far as
Sir.
X.
Um, yeah, yeah, on X you guys can find me at Blitz Dallas. That's Blitz Dallas, Dallas. Y'all can follow me. I'll follow back. We could talk football. We could talk sports. We could just kick it. Y'all can follow me there. Everything else is under construction. So whenever I have my platform set up, and we'll be able to do joint conversations. But as of now, X is solely where I'm at. I
All right,
appreciate it.
man.
Thank y'all, man.
All right,
Great
Steph, man.
vibes.
Appreciate you. Have
Thanks.
a good weekend because I know, I don't think you're going to be on the show, before this weekend, but have a great weekend if we don't talk to you, man.
Appreciate it. Nice meeting y'all, man. Y'all be blessed. Thank you,
Yeah.
brother.
Hey,
Man, that was
Andy,
dope.
you wanna bring a couple people up just to get their opinions real quick, or no?
Oh, shoot. We didn't. Oh, man. We was so far into the conversation with Steph that we didn't even bring nobody up.
Yeah, I'm just saying
My
because I see
bad, y'all. My
big time.
bad. Here. We'll do a little. I'll put. There it is. You got the link in the chat. My bad. You put the link in the chat for you.
I'll try right now.
All right. I just put the link in the chat if anybody wants to come up because we definitely love to involve Cowboys Nation, get y'all voices heard, get y'all voices out here. My bad on the slip up. But we got the link in the chat if you want to come up and talk your talk. We'll
Give us
we'll
y'all
let
opinion.
you
What
up.
did think? What do you think so far, Angry? As far as him going out there holding a sign and all that, what do you think? How
I
you think they
mean,
made Jerry?
how do I think that made Jerry feel? Like, bro, that was some selfless stuff. You know, you know what I'm saying? That was some selfless stuff. Like for him to just be like, "Yo, I'm going to the Star, and I'm gonna protest this." Like, bro, this is what we've been talking about. This is what people have been talking about, and he actually went out and did it. So I
Yeah,
definitely tip my hat to Steph. But
yeah.
did Jerry? I think Jerry saw it. You know what I'm saying? I think Jerry saw it, and I believe it ruffled a few feathers. And if more people do it, possibilities are endless. You know what I'm saying?
I know he's seen it because he addressed it, and he said it was fair. He's like, it's a fair assessment because don't nothing happen without him. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it was a fair assessment. You know what I mean? Let me see. Hold on, real quick.
Can people not see?
I'll put
Can
it.
people
It's in
not
the
see
chat.
the? Yeah, I'm about to
Link
say,
is
can
the
people
link
not
is in
see
the
the
chat
link even though I put it in there?
because I think you got to put it on both sides, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Huh.
So I'll put it on there. I'll put it in there though. I'll put it in there though. It should be in there. I don't think. Let me see.
Yeah,
Oh, it's Cowboy Corner. Uh, yeah, the link is in the chat, man. But yeah, man, I think he had some interesting takes, man. You know,
yeah. That's cool to have a little insider on the on the tours and everything and how they really were. Like a tour guide saying like, yeah, it's mayhem. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you're supposed to be built for this shit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Hey, it was just funny seeing him out there with that sign, though, bro. Like, that was just funny, man. Seeing him out there and seeing was it ABC, NBC, they picked it up for Jerry to have to respond to it. You know what I'm saying? Now imagine if that was a whole bunch of people out there. You know what I'm saying? That'd really probably piss Jerry off. And then for him to get fired for his takes about Jerry Jones, stuff like that, you know what I mean, that he talked about, that was kind of interesting.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think when he said Dak was the best quarterback is when a lot of people like kind of like, oh no, they don't agree with that. But
Yeah, I didn't. I can't agree with the best now. But we got Cowboys corner in the house. What's going on, brother? How you doing?
Good,
what's
guys.
up?
Thanks for sharing the link. What's going on, you guys? Cowboys Corner in here. Yes, sir.
Honestly,
How
yo,
you been,
bro, I gotta tell you, he got me beat on the radio voice. Like when he came on here,
man?
what's up, guys? Like, yo, I can hear him on the radio, dude.
You
Real
know
talk.
what's so funny about that is I was a store manager for Verizon. We remodeled our Verizon store, and I was the store manager. And we did a week grand opening with the radio, and we had Subway cater. We did all this stuff, right? I got on there to talk as the manager, right? And they're like, "Hey, have you had any appetizers or Subway?" I said, "No, I'm not going to eat. I'm going to let the customers eat, and we're going to mingle with customers. Let them come in." The manager of the radio was like looking at me wide-eyed. I thought I said something wrong, right? So we go to the commercial break, and I take off the headset. She's like, "Do you want a job?" She's like, "I
Oh,
normally don't do this." She was like, "You are fit for radio." And then I asked her, I said, "Well, what's the pay?" She's like, "Well, you have to get your own pay. You got to go out there and get advertisements, et cetera, et cetera." I said, "No, I'm good.
Yeah,
I'll stick with my manager's salary."
right,
yeah.
Yeah,
right.
that was crazy. But and another thing is, I don't hear a radio voice. I don't.
I
I
think
think
it's
my
not the
voice
voice,
is
it's the
annoying.
personality. I don't think it's the voice. I think it's how you come on, like the person, like the way you come across. I don't think it's like Angry got a radio voice.
Yes,
Like you can
yes,
see, you don't have to see him and you can hear it. With you,
yes,
I think it's more visual. Like
yeah.
hey, you guys, what's going? How you doing? Talk. It's more the visual, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we
And it
got
could well
another
be
person.
be that, but I've been doing this 11 years, so you go watch my first couple of videos. I look awkward as hell talking into a damn camera.
Yeah. Oh, I hear you. I hear you.
I seen him. I think I seen him.
It's easy now. It's easy now, but
Yeah.
Nah, there's still times where I get the bubble guts before going live and stuff. I'm like, okay, I gotta make
It
sure
don't,
this
it
is
don't, it
a
don't
dope
bother me.
show.
It don't bother
What's
me
up?
now. It don't bother me now. It's whatever. Because I know people gonna say what they want to say, bro. You know
yeah.
what I mean? It don't bother me now, bro. You know what I'm
When
saying?
you expose yourself to the internet, to social media, you're not going to make everybody happy. And I love the troll comments on my videos. I'll have videos get up to 40,000, 50 views, 40 to 50,000 views, and half of the comments is making fun of me some way, form, or fashion. But I
Yeah.
love it. My favorite troll comment was, "If you don't shut up with your McDonald hairline ass, dude." When I heard that, oh my god, dude! I even commented, dude. This was the best troll comment ever. Like, I give me your troll comments, make me laugh. I don't take this shit serious.
You can't expect everybody to agree with you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Did you hear what we were talking about with Steph? Or you came in late?
Steph who?
Stephen Gonzalez, the guy that made that had the hashtag fire the GM Jerry and went down to the Star in Frisco and held up the sign.
Oh, that was that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
no, I think I just seen the photo, and I think I did a couple of hashtags in support, but I don't know him or anything.
He's the one that
Didn't even know that was his name.
he kind of made the news down there for having that sign out there. That's the one Jerry was addressing, and he was saying, "Well, it's fair because I'm the one that call all the shots." That's what he was. That's what he was addressing. Steph.
Yeah, I'm about to bring on a fourth Mr. Dak Delusional. What's up, man?
Hey, how y'all doing again?
It's a good Monday. How's your Monday going, bro?
Monday going good. Had jury duty, hoping I can escape it. For the whole week, I got jury duty. I got a call in every night.
Oh Lord.
But if we get rid of jury, how does that make the players play better? My thing is, when are we going to hold the players accountable for they play on the field? Jury is not on the field.
Okay.
You can say who jury didn't get, but what he got was good enough.
Obviously, it was a win.
Was it though? Was it good enough? 2023, was it good enough? Was your defense good enough to win a Super Bowl in 2023? Was your offense starting out, damn it, Dak Delusional? Was your offense starting out slow each and every, was your offense starting out slow each and every game? Because I complained about it a lot in 2023, starting out slow.
Yeah, that's not on jury. That's on the quarterback and the offense. Jury had put the pieces out there.
So
that's the year that he said he was going all in, right? Is that year or no?
He didn't say he was going all in. That was somebody else. He said he was going
that was
all
24
in as he had.
That was 24 year? Oh, okay,
24.
my bad. My bad.
No, juries didn't never say he was going all in on free agency. He said, I got my poker chips and I'm gonna push all my pokers, my cards in on the table with the players I have.
No, he said we going all in. He changed it and then said on our players later or whatever. Like, we're going all in our players. But I remember from my recollection, I remember him saying we going all in. That's what I remember. I don't remember all the other stuff. And then I remember it coming out saying he said he's going all in on his players, like Dak, CD, signed them. You know what I mean? But I could be wrong.
Okay, forget the 23,000 season because Dak was hurt. That's a wash. But the other season, 2016, 2018, 2019, 2021, 2022, Jerry had put some of the best teams out there on the field. That wasn't his fault. They underachieved.
But how can we place the sole blame on Dak Prescott, though? Understandable, he is your quarterback.
I'm not saying the sole blame go to Dak, but Dak is always a main reason we lose in the playoffs. Why is he always a problem? Josh Allen lost the playoff games, but you can look at that playoff game and say, oh, that wasn't Josh Allen's fault. If something else would have happened. Every time we lose in the playoffs, it's if Dak would have did this, if Dak could have played better, if Dak was more consistent, if Dak came out in the first quarter and played, It's always fall back on Dak. When Dak not going to be a part of the problem? He's always a part of the problem. You can't say that about Josh Allen. You can't say that about Joe Burrow.
So you can't say that about Josh Allen, even though Josh Allen was a turnover machine.
In the playoffs, you cannot say Josh Allen was a part of the reason they lost against the Chiefs. That changed the rule because they want to get Josh Allen another time with the ball. That was his defense. With Dak is always, if Dak would have did better in the first quarter, if Dak would have did better in the third quarter.
I think it's always with the examples that you use.
Because I think it's like this, bro. When we brought up Steph, it was more so about the problem that Jerry brings. We're not blaming all of it on Jerry, just like we're not blaming it all on the players, right? But that's what we're talking about what does Jerry need to do different? But then what happens is you come up here and you make it about Dak again.
No, I'm not making it about Dak. I said Jerry is not on the field.
But Jerry is the GM. If you're talking about Jerry, the owner, I agree with you. But Jerry, the GM, is the one I got a problem with. He don't do nothing, bro.
Jerry, the GM, have put some of the best teams in the NFC on the field. The players doesn't show up.
All right. Well, I don't know. That's your opinion.
You can't tell me that. I'm gonna go back to 19. I'm gonna go back to 2019. You can't tell me the Cowboys wasn't a better team than the Eagles in 2019 and a win-in playoff game. That wasn't Jerry. That was the players.
Hey, I'm just gonna say I agree with you. It's a never no. I agree with you. Fuck it, man. I agree with you because I don't know. I don't know how else to. You know what I mean? So Jerry has no blame. It always go back to one player.
Jerry got blame as being the GM. You can always put it on the GM.
No,
he could have He could have did this.
But it was about Jerry.
Individual games.
Hold on, man. Hold on, real quick. It was about Jerry today because we had Steph on the show, and he's the one that had the hashtag fire Jerry GM. He was the one that the news picked up. So that's what it was about today. That's why we were talking about Jerry. We're not putting all the blame on Jerry. But Steph, the guy that was just up here, he's the one that you go look on the news. He's that guy that went out there with the hashtag Jerry sign. That's why we were talking about Jerry.
Get rid of Jerry and another GM come in and get the players. Don't they still got to play on the field?
Of course.
Get the players and see when you bring another GM that has to actually GM for his job, then he makes moves as like, this is my bread and butter. I have to win. This team has to win in order for me to keep my job. Jerry doesn't have that fight. He does. Damn, you just fall down the stairs, man?
No. I just put a chair down.
Oh, okay. It's like, geez. But you know what I'm saying? Like, Jerry doesn't have to. He doesn't have to worry about losing his job. He can put any type of product he wants out there, and it's going to get him revenue. It's going to get him a lot of revenue, but it might not get us the results we're looking for on the field. And what I think a lot of people do is they see the overall what happened, and it's the pillars of the teams. Because I've heard Micah Parsons doesn't show up. Dak Prescott is ass in the playoffs. CeeDee Lamb gets punked. But what about all the other role players that you have on this team?
Is that the GM or is that the players? Again,
it's the GM that's not bringing in comparable role players.
Let me know when I can
go. Go ahead, Cowboy Corner.
Go ahead, Corner.
I think we're missing a step here. We're going straight from the GM straight to the players. Guys, there's coaching in the middle of this.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Mike McCarthy, you can't now, as much as Dak really fails in the playoffs, you can't look at me and say Mike McCarthy got these guys motivated. Mike McCarthy got these guys well enough to go out there and play. You can't sell me that. Like we can't go from the GM to the players, guys. We got to look at this coaching staff. Mike McCarthy could not motivate these guys. Jason Garrett could not motivate these guys. One of Jerry's two biggest things in my books, outside of firing Jimmy Johnson and trading for the Lions guy, Roy Williams, all right? One of the other two is keeping Jason Garrett for 10 years and extending Dak an hour before week one. That was his two biggest mistakes. Keeping Jason Garrett for 10 years set this team back that long, all right?
Mm.
Mike McCarthy came in and turned over his entire roster, with the exception of 4 players, in 2 years. So that should tell you what Jason Garrett was building, right? Mike McCarthy gets it to the playoffs, like a Bill Parcells, right, that was able to come in, get him to the playoffs. The team that Jerry constructed was good enough to go to the playoffs. The coaching was not good enough to get them prepared for the playoffs. That's what we're missing. Now, the players, on the other hand, have a responsibility, right? Dak is supposed to not look like deer in headlights. He's just not. He's supposed to be able to throw the balls and make smart decisions. He does not deliver on that. What Jerry didn't do is get a defensive tackle in here to fix the run game. Why? Because Dan Quinn wanted Mozzie Smith to lose weight, and they cut Quentin Bohanna, and then they cut Justin Rogers. They went in a whole different direction. But guys, we're missing the middle piece here. GM, coaching, players. All that fits into a puzzle piece. But your players need to play better. Your coaching has to coach better. And we did not get that with Mike. We did not get that with Garrett. We didn't get that with Wade Phillips. We didn't get that with Parcells. And the list goes on. The only player that we got that with in coaching and GM was when Jimmy Johnson was here. The coaching matters. But the players are responsible too.
I did say coaching yesterday. I forgot to bring up that point. I did say it's on the coaches and players, not just blaming on Jerry, because the coaches and players that's on the field on game day. You can't blame Jerry for everything.
Okay, real quick. Who hired Mike McCarthy? Who hired Jason Garrett?
Jerry.
Who waited to sign Dak Prescott?
Dak.
Who waited to sign Dak Prescott?
Dak.
So
Jerry
you
hold up. See, that's
so now you mean to tell me that a player, like, okay, I can come in here as the owner of the team and offer you whatever I want to offer you, and you have to take that. That's not a negotiation, my brother.
2019, Jerry offered Dak in September $33 million a year before Goff signed. He didn't do anything Goff or Wilson did. Dak want to be the highest paid. That wasn't on on Dak greedy butt.
No. See, I think we're missing a step in this. Dak hired a team to get him the most money possible. His name's Todd France. And he just did a radio show today. Whenever you apply for a job, which is normal people like us, your resume is your agent, right? That resume that you put together your life and your entire life is going to get you that much money is going to be on that salary, right? Right? The agent for NFL athletes their job is to get the most money from that player because they get a cut out of the deal. See? Right. So whenever Dak didn't turn down any money, Dak didn't talk to Jerry and like Micah Parsons like Zach Martin did, right? Zach Martin and it came out in his retirement press conference that they never talked to Zach Martin's representatives. They talked strictly to Zach, and that's how they're able to manage deals. Dak Prescott doesn't roll that way. He hires a team, and the team gets some TV deals, all those commercials, all the side gigs, all the contracts. I can't blame Dak for getting the money. He hired a team that got him, and his team did exactly what he paid them to do. Go get him the most money. Do I like it that they signed him? No. But I can't be mad at bro because he got the best deal that his agent could get him.
But on that same token, you can't say Jerry waited because Jerry did offer top dollar to him for.
That's part of negotiations. I sell a $20,000 truck all the way up to $150,000 trucks. There's some times where I let the customer walk because we can't come to a deal. But guess what? Either they're going to call or I'm going to call and we're going to get something put together. So sometimes when you're negotiating, the numbers ain't going to fall. If you take the very first number in any negotiation, you just killed yourself. Period. And I sell multi-million dollars a year. And I don't take the first number they offer, and they damn sure ain't taking the first number that I offer. And so it's just part of negotiations. That's the beauty. That's as Donald Trump would say, as much as I hate quoting him, that's the art of the deal. That's the beauty of it. You never take the first number. Hell, you don't even take the third number. When you go buy a car and you can't negotiate, don't go by yourself. Take me with you. I'll just charge you $100.
So the thing is, nobody is to blame for Dak contract being linked out because it's
Going
two
to
sides to
Dak.
the
Why
story.
is it that you keep going back to Dak, bro? Everything.
No,
is
we were talking about his contract.
So if he don't
But
take the offer, it's his fault.
No, and it's not Jerry's fault for not trying to give him the highest paid contract. It's just business.
And no,
There's
what it is,
nobody at fault there.
every position in the NFL almost has like a market value. The Philadelphia Eagles just kind of broke that because they tried to get rid of the running back, and now they just paid a running back like a lot of money. It's the quarterback has a certain value. It's the market. This is what the market says. Whether you like it or not, this is how it go. The next player up, they try to get the most money. That's how I usually go, bro. You know what I'm saying? So if Jerry don't come, if the market is 40 and Jerry come offer me 15, I'm supposed to take it just because he said he came and offered it to me? Hell no. Hell no.
There's two players that come to mind in the last 20 years that took less than market value. The first one's Tom Brady. He never got paid what quarterbacks should be making. The second one is Josh Allen. They just redid his deal, and he went to 55. He didn't want to go to 61, 62. So, but here's Jerry's problem, though. Here's Jerry's problem, okay? Having said all that, I'll say this. They reset the market, or they tried to reset the market for running backs. They paid Zeke $20 million, not a year. Not a single running back till this day has got what Zeke got 4 or 5 years ago because Jerry got a fool of himself with Zeke's agent, and they overpaid. Period. Point blank. Hindsight's 20/20, but now we know, right? Same thing with Dak Prescott. You could have got him cheaper if you wanted to wait because he would have tested the market. I don't know if a lot of teams are offering $60 million. There's not a lot of teams that could pay that and still build a foundational franchise, right? We don't even know if we're going to sign Micah Parsons. We don't even know if we're going to sign Tyler Smith because of this, how big this contract is, right? So when you look at it as a GM, you're supposed to GM better. And sometimes you got to let players walk. Do you trust the Cowboys letting them walk and go find a quarterback? That's between you and your God, as 1980 would say. But at the same time, you know what you have in Dak. So do you want to pay that 60, which they did. They did pay that, but now you got to suffer the consequences. That's where the GM falls. That's where he dies on the sword right there. Is you don't know what the quarterback's going to do.
Right. And if you knew you was going to pay him all the time, and also with a GM fall, like you just said, you could have paid Dak last year. If you knew you was going to pay him, you could have saved money, which goes to the GM, Jerry. You could have paid him last year. You knew you was going to sign CD. Why do you wait till these dudes come all the way up and then they get the most money? You know you're going to sign Michael Parsons probably right now, but you're going to wait till next season and have to pay him 45. I don't understand. That's where the GM come in at.
Okay, what did Dak play? What did Dak pay have to do with his play against Green Bay?
Bars. What?
What did Dak pay have to do with his play against Green Bay?
Are you trying to rap?
That's what bars.
Spitting bars.
Yeah.
I think. It doesn't matter. Like what I'm coming to realize this offseason, stepping away from YouTube, not posting many videos, going live every once in a little while with my boy Fifth Quarter Cowboys, is the money is what the money is. Like Osa's contract was a big eye opener for me. A lot of people that thought he was overpaid at $20 million when the franchise tag was $25. Osa's deal is a team-friendly deal. I don't care what you say. You can't convince me. And then they try to compare it to Dak's contract. You can't compare Osa's deal to Dak's contract because one's the highest paid in the league and one is top 15 paid at his position. Osa's deal was team-friendly. Dak Prescott was family-friendly. That's going to benefit his family and nobody else, right? So when you look at the play versus the pay, it boils down to, and I learned it this offseason, is the market value no matter how much you want to slice and dice it. And so So I mean, I think Kid Cowboy corrected me. Overall, Josh Allen got more money, but the years are less per year, right? So when you look at Dak's contract, it boils back down to his agent. His agent did his job, and you can't blame anybody but Dak Prescott's agent.
Right. And I think like because it's very easy to say that a player wouldn't take this market value, so on and so forth, not really dealing with inflation. But look at the Jordan Lewis situation. His market value was 2.2 million. How much did he sign in Jacksonville? Wasn't it like 10 to 12?
He's the highest paid slot corner in the league at the age of 30.
You know what I'm saying? So they didn't expect that super hike to happen. You know, I don't think they expected it with Dak Prescott either, even though you had the 4 and 3 letter network saying like, yo, he's going for 60 million. He's going for 60 million. And they still wanted to wait and watch leaves fall. I can't blame that. I can't blame that on Dak.
I think his market value was $2 million. That's it. Damn, I didn't know it was that low. You know what I mean? But I'm not disagreeing with you. I just didn't know. But the thing about free agency is you always overpay in free agency. Damn near. You know what I'm saying? You either pay to keep a player or you pay to take a player away from a team. It's usually you get overpaid, bro, in free agency. You know what I mean? Like that's how it always works.
And what people were banking on is that Dak Prescott, he wouldn't got 60 million on the open market. Yes, he would have.
Because it's the market.
I don't know if he would have. I really don't know if he would have. That's up for debate.
So you don't know if, like, let's say the Raiders would have gave it to him, or New Orleans even to get rid of Derek Carr. You don't think those teams would have forked over 60 million?
I don't think so.
Maybe not the Saints. Sorry.
No.
Saints. They suck.
I honestly don't know. And it's a hypothetical at this point, right? Because we did, and we don't know if they would. But I don't know if they would. I really don't think that they would. The biggest killer in Dak's contract, guys, let's just keep it a buck, is the no trade clause. That is that's the dagger in the heart, is the no trade clause, because you're stuck with that contract no matter what, unless a miracle happens and Dak waives the trade clause. That is the worst clause you could put in a contract. The worst clause. Now, give the injury clause, the injury guarantees, whatever, that's fine. But the no trade clause?
Because why do you think he did that? Because of leverage. I think Dak had all the leverage. You know what I mean? At that time, that's why I think that was a deal breaker. I don't think Dak signs that contract if you don't give him that no trade clause.
Yeah, because
you know what I mean? Jerry could have said, "No, I ain't doing that."
Because if you look at it like the first contract, they were able to franchise tag him twice.
Yeah.
And after all that rigmarole and stuff like that, who knows if Dak Prescott would have been, willing to work with him or not? Like you said, hypotheticals. But when you slap 2 franchise tags on somebody, why am I going to help you now? Yeah. You didn't help. You didn't help me in getting this contract done. What's up?
When Carson
the franchise tag definitely helps Dak. You know why? It's fully guaranteed.
Well, the fully guaranteed part, but it's not long-term security, and that's what I mean by helping.
$40 million, not long-term security.
I mean, in fucking contract situations, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, to us, $40 million is off the chain. Yeah, give it to me.
Yeah, like when that was around the time when Carson Wentz and what's the quarterback for the Lions?
Jared Goff.
No. Oh. That's around that time. Remember that? But that can't see the difference between people don't understand. What they do understand, they just fail to realize that came in as a 4th round pick, right? So he was making kind of pennies when he was going to the playoffs and doing all this stuff, right? You know what I'm saying? Carson Wentz, I think, was a 1st round draft pick, wasn't he? I think it was the first top 2 or something, wasn't he? Carson Wentz and Jared Goff. I think that was 1st round. So they came in the league with already money. You know what I'm saying? They came in the league like with money. Man, it's my time to get paid. Y'all don't want to pay me? Hell yeah, I want the most. And I ain't playing no games. You franchise tag. For example,
I don't think
Kirk Cousins done made more money than damn near everybody. Why? Because he had these short-term deals, these franchise tags, and all this shit. He done damn made more money than everybody. Kirk Cousins. He's probably one of the richest quarterbacks in the league, in the history of the NFL, man.
But when you look at
Go ahead.
when you look at the Dak situation after his rookie contract, you kind of knew how that quarterback class played out. So there's a little bit of leverage for Todd France and Dak Prescott. Then you look, okay, he got offensive rookie of the year, his rookie year, whatever. The agent don't care what Zeke did. That Zeke never got brought up in that negotiations of what Zeke did when it came to Dak getting that money. Now, on the high side, the Cowboys could have paid him $30 million a year. But what would have happened in 2 years? It would have went to 50. You see what I'm saying? So because Dak could have held out or done that or whatever. But I don't think Dak's mindset was, give me all the money. It was the agent went in and said, this is A, B, C, X, Y, Z. Write the check. That's what happened. Was you looked at that draft class. This was the best quarterback in that draft class. Now it's time for him to get paid.
I'm like uncensored right there. He said, "This is how I feel, man. If I was Dak, I'd take the entire cap. It's not his responsibility to manage the cap. He should get every penny he can. That's how I feel, man.
Yeah, that's what I learned this year.
It ain't my job.
I learned that. I learned that this year with Osa's contract. Me and Sports Junkie, we argued for 2 hours about Dak's money. Then he goes, "It's market value, dog." I said, No, he don't deserve it. Now I understand it with Osa's contract.
It's market, bro. And that's for every player in the league. You're supposed to get as much money as you can. I asked somebody this yesterday, Corner. I asked you, well, it's probably irrelevant to ask you, but I asked somebody, in your left hand, you got a Super Bowl ring and $30 million when you retire. In your right hand, you got $100 million and no Super Bowl ring. Which one do you take?
I'm taking the Super Bowl in 30.
Better than me. He better than me.
I'm taking the Super Bowl because that Super Bowl, that Super Bowl gives me life outside of football. You see what I'm saying? Like look at the resumes that pop up on NFL Network. 2-time Super Bowl winner, 4-time Pro Bowl, etc. Offensive player of the year. Like that resume is why he's sitting on that chair. Period. That Super Bowl is going to get me my credentials to make more money outside of football. Just because of that one ring. I mean, look how Eli Manning wasn't the best quarterback. He got lucky on that defense. And him and his brother are killing it on ESPN2 with that damn football commentary. Killing it. You know why? Because his last name is Manning and because he got 2 rings. That's the only reason why.
Just like they say, Emmitt Smith wasn't the best running back, but Emmitt Smith got more credentials and more prop and more money than Barry Sanders because he got a Super Bowl.
That's what it is. So give me my 30 mil and my Super Bowl because I can capitalize on having that on my resume and go make more money. And don't have to go through the blood, sweat, and tears that it took to go make the $100 million.
Not everybody. You're only naming a couple players. Think about all the players that come through the league. You're naming a few players. It's more players that don't got that than it is players that do got that. And most of them play for the Cowboys.
Why do you think Greg Olsen got booted by Tom Brady? Because Tom Brady got the ring and Greg Olsen doesn't. Tony Romo gets so much hate and discredit because he don't have a ring over there on CBS. You think Troy Aikman? You brought up a Troy Aikman reference on the show last week. Why did you do that? Because you wouldn't say that if Tony Romo said it. You said it because Troy Aikman said it because he has 3 Super Bowls to back up his words. See what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying. I just don't agree.
Troy Aikman kicked out Phil Simms because that's who Troy Aikman is.
I hear you, and I'm not necessarily disagreeing with you. I'm only disagreeing with you from a personal aspect. If it was me, I want the $100 million, man. I want generational wealth. $30 million is not generational wealth, bro. You can lose that. I see an NFL player, NFL player broke with $30 million. I want money for my kids, their kids, and generational wealth. And most of the time, even if you play with the Cowboys, like you just said, Tony Romo, you still can have a career after the football if you play for the Cowboys. Look at Romo. He ain't got no ring. You know what I'm saying? I want the $100 million. People might not agree with me, bro, but you give me the choice between a Super Bowl ring and I got $30 million and $100 million in my pocket right now. Not what I'm going to make later. I might not live till later. You know what I mean? Tomorrow ain't promised to nobody. I want my kids to be straight. Give me the $100 million right now, man, and I'm good. I'm good.
If
man.
you can't stretch $30 million out in a lifetime, you can't manage money.
I want a lifetime for me, my kids, generational.
If you can't manage $30 million,
I can live off that.
I can live off that. My kids can live with that, and my kids' kids can live off $30 million if you manage it right. Because guess what? There's investments. There's investments you can go in. There's all kinds of. You can make $30 million turn into $100 million if you do it right.
Nah, man. I understand. That's your opinion. I want $100 million, bro. I want generational.
And what are you gonna do with it?
Bro, I come from nothing, bro. I want $100 million, bro. My kids, bro. I want all them to be straight, bro. $100 million, man. $100 million, bro. I seen what's the running back name for the Philly? He went broke, had to come back and all that. They was taking us money for smoking the weed. Was it Ricky? What was hold on? What's his name? I seen a lot of players come back and all that, bro. They don't got
why? Ask them what they do with their money.
Hey, I don't care. They blew through it. Look at Adrian Peterson, broke down, bro. No, man.
You know what?
Hey,
as far as Junkie, if these players can blow through $30 million like nothing, I promise you they'll figure out a way to blow through $100 million like nothing. If you're gonna blow it, you're gonna blow it. That's why people who hit the lotto, the people that hit the lotto, they get 200 million, 300 million, they go broke within 10 years. It's all about how you manage and invest your money. Period. This ain't up for debate, dog.
No, I feel you. No, I agree with you, bro. I just don't agree on that. I want the $100 million, bro. Give me the $100 million. Hey, what they say, a bird in hand is better than two in the bush, bro. I want my money right now, man. Today. Give me my money today. $100 million. That's 70 more. If I spend $1, I don't even got 30 million no more. Now I want 100 million.
If I invest it, I can spend 10,000, wake up and have 100,000.
I'm taking the 100 million, bro. I want the 100 million, bro. A lot of people in the chat say they take the 100. Give me the 100.
Oh, because I would if you gave me like $1 million versus a penny that's gonna multiply a day, give me the penny that's gonna multiply every day. Give me that one.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like for me, I want the Super Bowl because that's gonna give me the credentials to go do more stuff. If I have the personality and stuff. If I don't have the personality and I'm sitting there all bored and like Jay Cutler's dumbass, they give me the 100 million. But if I want, if I can have the Super Bowl and I can have 30 million and I know that's going to take care of me with the right investments, give me that.
Yeah, they said while we talking about money, we should be talking about bum Dak. That's where it came from. They was talking about his contract. You know what I mean? Like that's how all this started. You know what I'm saying? They were saying Dak shouldn't have took all that money, basically.
No, I said regardless of that contract, his pay shouldn't matter about his play on the field. What do his pay have to do with him throwing three interceptions in the Green Bay game?
3?
It doesn't do anything with it. Dak was going to throw those 3 picks if he made $100,000 or if he made $100 million. Either way, Dak was going to throw those interceptions. And Dak's going to Dak. What was his guarantees? Someone remind me of his guarantees on that contract he just signed.
Interceptions. Come on. Stop crediting him for another interception. Damn.
Well, I think a pick 6 count as 2 interceptions.
Oh, okay.
I can go with that. You know what I'm saying? I can go with that.
But there's 2 things guaranteed with Dak. I guarantee he's going to get all that money, and I guarantee you he ain't going to win a Super Bowl. Those are 2 things I can guarantee you.
Yeah, man. I'm hoping, and I'm praying that we can get a Super Bowl. I'm hoping that within these 4 years that who we're given and the passion from a Brian Schottenheimer, because I just feel like Brian Schottenheimer is coming into this with a slight chip on his shoulder, and that chip on his shoulder being like we didn't get it done with the Jets, in the AFC Championship when they made it. My dad wasn't able to get it done. I need to get it done. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that he comes in with that attitude and it can translate on the field.
Yeah. and I hope to see corner with a Dak jersey because what you say? You said he got to go to the. You said the playoffs.
NFC. Right? No. That's why. All Dak has to do is take the Dallas Cowboys to an NFC championship game. If he takes the Cowboys, he don't even have to win it. Just take me there, and I'll buy your jersey. That's all he has to do.
What if he get a bye? He has to do. What if he get a bye and only got to win one game?
I don't care. Get us to the NFC championship game, and I will buy your jersey, and I will wear it as much as I can on stream. Period. Point blank. And guess what? I almost bought a reserve Dak. It was a on-the-field replica Thanksgiving throwback. It was at Dick's Sporting Goods. They had probably 50 Dak jerseys on sale. The only player that was on sale was Dak-a-roni. All right? And I almost bought one because I had an on-field replica authentic jersey at Dick's in Arlington Mall. It was only $75. I almost bought me one, but it had Dak's name on the back. Couldn't do it.
That's great. They said,
"Don't worry, you ain't got to buy that Dak jersey. He'll never get to an NFC championship."
See, that being your quarterback, wouldn't you want to hope?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm hoping. I've been hoping for 9 years.
He ain't never gonna get it. He ain't ever gonna get that.
This ain't Barack Obama's campaign. There ain't a lot of hope over here.
I can hope, but things got to be too perfect. If the defense hold a team to 19 points, you're going to say, well, we ain't have a run game. If the defense hold a team to 23 points, well, we had some penalties.
But when we say that Dak threw ill-advised interceptions and hold him accountable, why do you brush over that as if we never say it?
When did y'all say?
Go look at the videos, nigga.
Look at my videos.
My bad.
Go look at the video. Go look at the Pittsburgh video I did. He almost cost him the game. Go look at the video.
Only thing I hear is the defense gave up 43 points against Green Bay.
That's not true, man. That's not true.
Man,
I argued with the guy the other day, and I said, and he goes, when did the Cowboys make Green Bay punt? I said, they made him punt 3 times. You're a liar. They didn't make him punt. I said, the second drive that the Green Bay was on the field, they punted. You're a liar. I pulled it up. A minute, first quarter at the 7:08 mark. What did Green Bay do? They punted. Now, what happened at the 7-minute mark? Dak threw an interception.
Yeah.
In the first quarter. That's exactly what happened. It's instained in the brain.
You want to know exactly what happened? Exactly what happened is everybody knew in 2023 the Cowboys were a front-running team and that they couldn't get down on the scoreboard. What happened? The Dallas Cowboys lost the coin toss and the Green Bay Packers won, and they elected to receive, and they went down and they scored a touchdown. At that point, it's like, oh shit, here we go. Punt, and then right after our punt, our defense 3 and out, punt, and then that interception. Yeah.
So you mean to tell me that the defense had to get a turnover, hold a team to 0 in order for your quarterback and offense to work? They can't match scores.
Okay, so let's just say, for instance, we did match scores. Let's say, for instance, Green Bay won. You know, they won the coin toss. They went down. They scored. We matched the score. How are we gonna win? For the time to run out, and then whoever's up wins?
No, because if Dak didn't throw that interception, you don't know how that game was going to go. Because actually, Green Bay first drive, they struggled to score. If penalties helped them score on that first drive. It's not like they just walked down the field. They was aided by penalties. See, that's why I said you got to watch the game and not look at stats.
12 plays.
They was aided by penalties on that drive.
Bro.
They didn't just walk down the field. They was aided by penalties.
It was a third. I think it was a 3rd and long. and I think it was Deron Bland got either a holding penalty or a PI, and it extended the drive. The very first drive, it got extended, and they were on, I think they were on like the 38. They're 38. And then it extended the drive, and then they went down and scored pretty easily. It wasn't boom, 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 boom. A couple of penalties helped them go score on that first drive.
It was second. What was it? It was 2nd and 10. Deron Bland illegal contact 5-yard.
There it is.
5-yard penalty. Then we got to a 3rd and 5 on the Dallas's 6. They're already in scoring distance, and DeMarcus Lawrence has a penalty of a neutral zone infraction.
Hey, Dak Delusion, I got a question for you.
Go.
If you was the GM, what do you do this season? Dak is signed, so let's get that out the way, man. He signed. What do you do to make the Cowboys better this season, or is just no hope?
No, if I'm the GM, I'm gonna get me. See, that's kind of debatable. I don't know whether I'm gonna get me a right guard or another receiver, but I gotta make it Dak friendly and less Dak. So I want to run I only want Dak to throw the ball 20 to 25 times. I want to run the ball and have a stat. See, I can't because I can't build a top-notch defense. All right, I want a top-notch defense and a top-notch run game to put the ball less in Dak's hands. I'm not going to depend on Dak to win me no games. Just make some throws.
That's fair. That's
right.
fair.
And that's the type of quarterback Dak is. So you have to have that running game. You have to. But see, the problem now with Dak, and I'm going to keep it a buck with you guys, he can't run no more. He got cinder block feet. So the play action bootleg, as my buddy OG would say, I don't know. It's going to be it'll be the most slowest bootleg you ever seen in your life.
I don't know, man. He kind of looked trim and fit. Done lost 30 pounds, man.
You're going to lose weight when you're always hurt.
Always hurt. Hey, I'm bringing in somebody real quick because we're gonna have to hurry up and we're gonna have to get off here. We got family affairs to take care of. Old school, what's going on? Old school.
Is that OG?
Yeah, that's OG.
Old school. Old school. Old school.
He has a lot of mic issues. I can tell you that.
Come on now. All right, old school.
Go
We got to try it again another day, boss. Got to try it again another day.
Where Hoodie at? What's his name? He said he wanted to see you. What's his name? Hoodie, Hoodlum, whatever.
He was in the chat. He probably left, but he was in the chat.
But hey, I'll let you guys get to your family gatherings. Thanks for sending the link. It's always a pleasure talking with you guys.
Man, it's always a pleasure with you, Corner, man. Always insightful. Appreciate you, brother.
Hey, appreciate it.
Yeah, man, it's always insightful. Dak Delusion, what you got on this before we get up out of here, bro?
What you want me to say? About what?
What I want you to say Dak Prescott's the best quarterback ever.
I don't know what corner he went to get them drugs off of, but I'm gonna stay away from that corner.
Nah, I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. I feel that Dak Prescott he's a fringe 10 right now for the way that the lack of play he had last year. I call him a fringe 10, but he has the ability to come back and get back in that top 10 spot. We'll see what happens in 2025.
Well, me, I would put him I say top 10, but I'm gonna go off his last full season almost. You know what I'm saying? And that was last year. He got hurt, right? Was he playing good when he got hurt? Before he got hurt, no, not at all. You know what I mean? But the year before that, he was balling out, bro. So I'm not gonna just throw that whole season away and just use the stats and the play he had on the field last season, bro. I'm just not gonna do that. And I know he's coming off an injury, so we'll see. We'll see what he do this season. We'll see.
I can't say he's a top 10 quarterback. He's not top 10. It's not the hate or whatever. But I say we can try to win with him because he's there. He's here for the next 2 years at least. So we got to get that run game going. You got to give him that. I'd rather get Luther Burden, that receiver that can run a route like Amari Cooper, to give him that space to throw the ball into.
Yeah, I heard Luther
And get a
Burden.
good defense.
I heard Luther Burden and Emeka Ikbuka are pretty good route runners. But also, I heard Roy McMillan is as well. So we in good hands this draft. It's just if Jerry and Steven elect to do it. That's the question.
Yeah, well, I appreciate y'all, man. Everybody in the chat for tuning in, bro. I'm about to get off here too because I'm hungry as hell, man.
Yes, sir. See, I ain't the hungry one this time.
Man,
All right, Dak Delusional, man. We'll holler at you. Thanks for coming on, brother.
All right, salute. Y'all have a good one.
All right, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's always good to have him up on here.
Yeah.
I know he get on some people's nerves with his whole thing, but at the end of the day, we are all Dallas Cowboys fans. We all have a voice, and our voices should be heard. You know what I'm saying?
Can you get Miss Matrix comment right now? I think she said something before we get off. I can't.
Miss Matrix, bam.
She said, "Hey, Sports Junkie Angie, at the end of the stream, you said you do an off-topic question. Can one time y'all see what game everyone's going to? Oh, as far, I think is she talking about everybody getting together for the game? I think she's talking about everybody's getting the game. We'll try to see. We'll put it in one of the group chats that we in and see if it's a certain day. You know what I'm saying? She says give us the opportunity to link up if we want. Be cool to meet up with some folks here. Yeah. We want to get it together, but it'd be better for like one of the other YouTubers to kind of like organize it, I guess, because they have a bigger, I guess, following, I guess, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? But me and Angry down to do it. We already said we want to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I'll let everybody else know, all the content creators that I'm aware of, that I got their number, and me and Angry's in a group chat with a lot of them. So we'll see. And we'll let you guys know, of course.
Yeah. We'll definitely let you guys know. And y'all know the dream is to have this Cowboys content creators convention where, you know, all the Cowboy content creators come together with the people that rock with the channels and just be able to, you know, meet, and y'all may put on a headset and give y'all thoughts and stuff on the Cowboys. Yeah.
Now, hey, Drew, no, I think this is the last contract, Drew. I think this is his last contract. He said, my question to Dak supporters, if Dak doesn't win a Super Bowl in 4 years, are you still going to want him resigned or complain there are no quarterbacks to replace him after 13 years? Now, I think this is his last quarterback. We talked about that, I believe, last live.
I just feel like people want to hear what they want to hear. You know what I'm saying? We said this last live, like I said, Dak Prescott, this is his last 4 years. That's why I wouldn't draft a quarterback this year. I would wait until his second year into his contract. That way, your backup, who is going to take his place, learns under a good established offense. And you can't say that it's not good just because we had an off year last year.
Yeah, they probably can get off his contract in 2 years, maybe. I don't know how the contract is written, but sometimes you can cut a person. Right now, they cut him. It's a big cap hit. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But I think after 2 years, they might be a clause about it that they can release him or cut him or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even think he make it 4 years. Maybe it might just be 2 years. You know what I'm saying? But I think this is his last contract though, Drew.
You know just if you see somebody going to a game you want to go to, then maybe link up with that person. Yeah. We'll definitely put the word out there, and if me and Sports Junkie decide that we want to go to a game, we set up something, we'll let you guys know, so you know come out to Dallas and whatnot. I got a plan on going to the Carolina Panthers game. I know that I'm going to the Carolina Panthers game because I think we don't know the schedule yet, but it may be in Carolina once again.
Yeah, man. But salute to y'all. Nate Dogg, I think it's next Saturday, bro. I think I ain't ignoring. I think it's next Saturday, man. I still got to get my people. I got to get a crew together, bro. I don't got nobody to do it right now. It might just be me. But I think it's next Saturday, bro. But I'll hit Fifth up. I hit him up.
Yeah. If y'all want to be a part of it, I know Sports Junkie already knows. Like I ain't getting into it just for the simple fact I'm the type of guy that you know, I can't say that I have respect because everybody else has respect, but my thing is I just don't. When I give somebody the floor, I allow them to have the floor, and I don't play just because you talk loud. You're right, So you got to come with all kinds of facts. You got to come with stuff that backs your argument up. But Drew, what's going on, man? We about to end this live. You late, bro?
Are you guys doing a special show for the draft? Yeah, man. We'll let y'all know, bro. But I'm about to get up out of here, man. Salute to you, Drew, man. Nate Dogg. Who else in here? Miss Matrix.
Everybody that's in here.
Yeah, everybody, man. Salute to all y'all, bro.
Everybody that's in here, salute y'all. Thank y'all for rocking with us. Even though, the homie Law Nation went live, y'all still chilled and rock with us. I appreciate that. I truly do. And just want to let y'all know for the people that are in here, if Law Nation's still live, go rate his chat. Go say that the Facts Over Feelings podcast sent you. All right. But it's you guys, Angry Cowboys fan and Sports Junkie. And we out of here, y'all. Peace.
Yo, you know we gotta give facts over feeling. Angry Cowboys fan and sports junkie straight chillin'. If you want that raw and uncut with them Cowboys facts, put your comment in the chat, cause you know we'll talk back. Leave the hating at the door and just chill with the vibe. And if you with it, hit the like button and subscribe. If facts over feeling, this is how it's designed. So buckle up, everybody, and enjoy the ride.
Who done stuck around for the credit scene, the end credit scene of the Facts Over Feelings? It's your man. Nah, I'm joking. Y'all have a good night. We'll holla at y'all later.